Did you know that a simple handshake could be the difference between a veteran eating tonight or going hungry? It sounds like an exaggeration, doesn't it? In a world of high-speed fiber optics and instant connectivity, it is hard to imagine that the men and women who once stood guard for the world are now starving in the shadows. But in 2026, we are facing a modern paradox. While thousands of our heroes are digitally connected, they are physically isolated and socially invisible. We've seen the statistics, we've heard the slogans, but today we are looking at a disruptive truth. Recognition is just a thank you for your service. Recognition is a life-saving resource, while silent isolation is the enemy. We are deploying a new weapon. We are using cutting-edge AI to find those who refuse to ask for help before it is too late. We are turning digital stories into real-world meals, because the mission didn't end when they hung up the uniform, and neither did ours. The battlefield has shifted. It's no longer found in the mountains of Afghanistan or the sands of Iraq. It's found in the apartment next door. It's found in the quiet corners of rural America. This is the invisible front line. In 2026, we live in an era of you can reach anyone, anywhere, at any time. Yet, for many veterans, this digital noise only amplifies their silence. When a warrior transitions from a world of we to a world of me, something breaks. In the service, your identity is forged in the fire of the collective. You have a rank, amos, a purpose, but when that uniform comes off, the spiral begins. It starts with the feeling that your story no longer matters. You stop going to the VFW. You stop calling your old squad mates. You feel like a ghost in a society that's moving too fast to notice you. This mental isolation isn't just loneliness. It's a physiological hazard. When the mind believes it has no tribe, the body loses the will to sustain itself. This is where the spiral leads to empty cupboards and missed meals. The first step to a meal isn't a food stamp application. It's being seen. It's being heard. It asks the community they once protected, finally looking back at them and saying, "We know you re there." The Marine Corps taught us the power of a creed. Creed taught us that our equipment is an extension of our soul. The NCO Creed taught us that we are the backbone of the nation. Today, we need a new creed for the civilian front. A creed for those of us who refuse to let our brothers and sisters starve in silence. If we are to bridge the gap between isolation and community, we must adopt the Watchman's Creed. This is my brother. There are many like him, but this one is mine. My brother is my life. I must master my awareness of him, as I must master my life. Without me, my brother is hungry. Without my brother, my purpose is useless. I will fire my recognition into the darkness of isolation. I will hit the mark of his silence before it turns into despair. My AI, my stories, and my voice are the tools I use to bring him home. We will keep him fed. We will keep him seen. We will keep him alive. We are the backbone of the after action. We are Semper Fidelis, always faithful, not just in the trench, but at the table. This isn't just poetry. This is a standard of conduct. Just as a Marine Raider is a quiet professional, we must be vocal professionals for those who can no longer find their voice. Spiritus Invictus. The unconquerable spirit doesn't just apply to combat. It applies to the resilience of a community that refuses to leave its wounded behind on the home front. So, how do we actually do it? How do we find a veteran who has retreated so far into the shadows that they've disappeared from the system? We leverage the very thing that often isolates us. Technology. We are using AI-driven outreach and predictive storytelling to identify the quiet professionals who are struggling. Our systems analyze digital engagement patterns not to intrude, but to find signals in the noise. When a veteran stops engaging, when the digital footprint of a hero starts to fade, our AI flags it. We don't just send an email, we trigger a real-world response. We take the engagement from these videos, the likes, the shares, the stories you tell in the comments, and we transform that digital energy into physical resources. We partner with local grassroots organizations to deliver real-world meals. But it's more than just a box of food. It's a tactical wellness check. When a meal is delivered, it comes with a handshake. It comes with an acknowledgement of their story. We are using the most advanced technology of 2026 to facilitate the oldest human tradition. Sharing a meal with a warrior. We are proving that a story told online can put bread on a table in the real world. We are returning. Thank you for your service into Here is your dinner, and we are glad you're here. Hunger is a symptom. Isolation is the disease. And you are the cure. Every time you engage with this community, you are helping our AI reach further. You are helping us identify another invisible front line. You are helping us ensure that Semper Fidelis is UND just a motto on a bumper sticker, but a promise kept in a kitchen. We have a mission for you. First, subscribe to this channel. Every new member of this digital platoon increases our reach and helps us fund the meals we deliver to veterans in need. Your subscription is a vote for a veteran's survival. Second, I want you to answer this question in the comments below. What is one story of a veteran you know, or a lesson you learned in the service that the world needs to hear today? By sharing your story, you are just commenting re-providing the data points of hope that our AI uses to find others. You're proving to the veterans sitting alone tonight that their legacy is still alive. They stood guard for us. Now, it's our turn to stand guard for them. I'm your name, channel name. Stay vigilant. Stay fightful, and let's bring them back to the table.
What happens when the city you defended runs out of food? I'm John, a veteran wearing civilian clothing, and this is Scout, my dog. We survived combat zones. But this year, we experienced urban food deserts, which are a different kind of war. Today, seeing these empty shelves, that old familiar fear started to crawl back in. But a soldier adapts, by using a mix of tactical urban farming, leveraging local resources, and food pantries. We've created and located sustainable nutrition, where others only see ruins. We aren't just surviving. We're proving no one stands alone. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
Do you see this approach working? I think many people like to have small farms near their homes or near their apartments. In a situation where this strategy may be workable. Let us know in the comment if you agree.
In the military, good enough was a one-way ticket to a safety stand down. We were forged in a world of zero-defect mentalities. Your kit was squared away, your timing was down to the second, and a single mistake, that could be fatal. But now, you're in a civilian living room, staring at a simple flat-pack cabinet that's leaning like the Tower of Pisa, and for some reason, your heart rate is hitting 140. Why are we treating a stripped screw like a security breach? Today, we're talking about the precision trap. We're going to look at why laughing at the absolute chaos of a DIY disaster isn't just funny, it's the most important tactical transition strategy you've ever deployed. Whether you lived by the NCO Creed or the Marine Raiders Spiritus Invictus, you were trained to be the backbone. You were a quiet professional. Failure wasn't an option. It was a character flaw. When you transition, that mission-first software is still running in your brain. So when you try to fix a leaky sink or build a deck and it goes sideways, you don't just feel frustrated, you feel compromised. You feel like you've lost your edge. Take a look at this viral clip from 2026. This guy, clearly a vet by the haircut and the grunt-style tee, is trying to install a smart ceiling fan. He's got the multimeter out. He's treating it like a bomb disposal mission. And then, the whole unit falls, takes out the drywall, and he just stands there in the dust. That silence? That's the isolation of the precision trap. We think if we aren't perfect, we don't belong here. But the truth? The civilian world is built on some assembly-required chaos. To break the cycle, we need to reframe the mission. In the Corps, Major General Rupertus gave us the Rifleman's Creed to remind us that our gear was an extension of our soul. But for the transition, we need a new foundational text. Let's call this the DIY Creed. This is my Allen wrench. There are many like it, but this one is currently missing. My flat pack furniture is my enemy. It is my weekend. I must master it as I must master my frustration. Without me, my bookshelf is a pile of sawdust. Without my bookshelf, I am still a professional. I will learn to laugh at my scorched kitchen. I will embrace the crooked shelf. We will keep our spirit unconquerable, even when the instructions are in Swedish. Semper DIY. Laughing at these fails isn't about lowering your standards. It's about lowering the stakes. When we share the absurdity of our civilian missions failing, we dismantle the pressure of perfection. We realize that a collapsed table isn't a reflection of our worth. It's just a funny story to tell the brothers and sisters who actually get it. By trading that life or death pressure for a bit of shared humor, we move from isolation back into a mission-focused community. We aren't just building furniture, we're rebuilding our lives, one crooked nail at a time. If you're tired of the zero-defect stress and ready to join a community that finds the mission in the mess, hit that subscribe button. Every sub helps us grow our reach and fuels our mission to feed hungry veteran families across the country. Stay sharp, stay humble, and for God's sake, watch your thumbs. We'll see you in the next one. If you're tired of the zero-defect stress and ready to join a community that finds the mission in the mess, hit that subscribe button. Every sub helps us grow our reach and fuels our mission to feed hungry veteran families across the country. The big question: what's the one DIY project that absolutely defeated you? And how many tactical curse words did you use before you gave up? Let us know in the comments. Let's embrace the chaos together. Stay sharp, stay humble, and for God's sake, watch your thumbs. We'll see you in the next one.
This is my computer. There are many like it, but this one is mine and I will protect it. The psychological warfare of the parade deck was your beta test for the digital frontier.
Stay tuned. This is a very interesting video that should be able to be enjoyable. Hope you like it. I will spend a little bit of time putting it together, and I hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight.
We're translating tactical grit into high-stakes threat hunting, reforging battlefield instincts into technical mastery. Our creed: secure the network, feed a veteran. So, what military job makes the best hacker? While many roles build the right mindset, the most direct path is a job like the Army S Cyber Operations Specialist or the Air Force S Cyber Systems Operations. These roles are the military's front line in the digital war. Subscribe to help us provide meals for those who served.
I used to think my worth was tied strictly to the uniform, the medals on my chest and the orders I followed. I was a soldier living for everyone's approval but my own. But when the noise of the battlefield faded, I felt hollow. I was a shadow molded by expectations, sacrificing my peace just to be recognized as enough.
This project is interesting. It's a transition from the military to civilian, and some of the thoughts that comes through your mind. Let's hope you enjoy it. It's a good video. Thank you.
Then it hit me. I can't build a real life if the first brick isn't self-love. I had spent years serving a country while abandoning the person inside the boots.
Some journeys stay.
No one is coming to save you. Real strength starts the moment you stop seeking validation and start standing by yourself.
I know who
You are
Remember
worthy
who
because
you
you
are
exist,
and what
not
you
because
stand
of the rank you held.
Remember,
Subscribe
it's
to help
amazing
us
what we
feed
can
our
accomplish
veterans.
when we work.
What is one thing
What would
you
you say
finally
to
learned to
someone
love
facing
about
a
yourself
similar
today?
challenge?
This is my dog. There are many like it, but this one is mine. In the Marine Corps, your rifle is your life, but for this hero, a helpless soul became his mission. Semper Fidelis. Always faithful isn't just a motto. It's a vow to never leave the vulnerable behind. Just as a shepherd risks everything for the one that is lost, this warrior proved that an unconquerable spirit lives to serve. He didn't just save a life, he honored a creed. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Would you risk your life to save a pet in danger?
Tiny soul clinging to a concrete cliff, one slip away from the abyss. This puppy was a lone soldier in a fight he couldn't win. Then, the unthinkable happened. Watching him plunge into the cold water, onlookers felt a crushing hopeless
These
sinking.
rescue ladders
But
bridge
true
the
heroes
treacherous
refused
gap.
to leave anyone behind. The rescue boat
When
breached the
lives are
line, and a
on the
retired U.S. Navy diver went into the fray. In a world that often turns away, these strangers chose to stand fast, pulling a life back from the brink. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans. All life on the line, would you jump?
I spent months drifting, calling it rest, while my discipline decayed. But a warrior without a training ground is just a ghost. The 1% don't use hobbies to escape. They use them to stay sharp. Whether it's martial arts or strategic gaming, they choose mastery over entertainment. They don't seek relief. They seek a new front line. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What hobby keeps your edge sharp?
This next video is about a event that we are planning for March 12th. It's a live event, but it will be broadcast in YouTube. So we're basically putting together the information needed to get that done and be able to improve in our prior live event. Give us some comments if you have any. As you could see, we're still working the audio in some of this video. And that's one of the biggest challenges for us, working the audio. It should be coming on right now. I don't want to be on. My voice is really hoarse right now. So for now, I much rather talk to people. If we get a couple of people that talk about, create a couple of more clips, a couple of more profile. That might be what we want to do. Because remember, at the end of the day, all we want to get capture is raw footage that we could cut in pieces and make up more videos, you know. So yeah, we could ask Angie to do the she's really good at doing like the final wrap up and stuff like that, saying thank you for attending and stuff like that. So we could do that. So what do you think about that? Okay, let's go over your list you were keeping before, so we could go ahead and go through through it again. Show the message board that you're keeping track of the event, the list of items that we're going to do.
Okay.
Let me see something.
Right here.
Let me ask Sanjay a question.
Who?
My wife. Go ahead and say something and stuff like that. So, okay, I got to do that. I just want to be sure that the audio was coming through and that it's coming through, because I have the event on my phone, so I could see what's being displayed. You're showing a video, showing one of the videos right now, so which is good.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it would be good, we could set it up, now that we have what we have, set up like a dry run of what we have, or those 4, you only got 3, but maybe 4 events. Just kind of say, okay, if we're going to do it, this is how we're going to do it. And then show it in that order to see how they look. What do you think? We set up a second live show or streaming to do that. Think that's a good idea or not?
So I'm sorry, I didn't get like what you trying to say about that.
Okay. So this was a brainstorming meeting, right? Well, we
Yes,
think we're
sir.
going to do this right now.
I
So
think
we package what we talked about, and then we have one that sort of is a dry run, meaning like, okay, we're going to start. We're going to do it like if it was part of the event. Whereas we play the first clip, maybe not the whole thing, but we play the first clip, then we have an introduction. With the Angie CEO now, we kind of make up some pieces of it,
maybe like
and
you
then
mean like a rehearsal?
a rehearsal. Exactly, I call it dry run. Rehearsal is the same thing, and
Okay.
then we go ahead and do the others, like put back the whiteboard that you were looking at. Okay, that one. So I cannot read it. So what's the second event in there? It's a video, right?
Yeah, you told me to put those videos.
Okay, but I thought the second bullet was the introduction by Angie.
Oh, so you wanna play this one first, then this one,
Right?
and then so we're gonna put this one,
No,
and
no.
after that,
Before that one, it's introduction. No, it's step number two is introduction by Angie.
okay.
Just
So
just call it step two. There you go. Oh,
there
okay.
you go.
Then three, then four, and then number five will be like the ending, right?
You
We don't know
said
what that
number
is
five
yet.
will be like the ending.
Right? We don't know what that is yet, but it's putting ending. Okay. So now that we have that, to figure out is how do we package this so that we do a rehearsal with what we have.
I mean, we can do another live stream with Angie this week, and just do like I don't know, maybe like that or
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah.
Because I
So
want to do it. I want to do a rehearsal so that. By the way, you should have times on this thing. How much time you think it's going to take? Not do that because that takes too long to do that.
yeah.
So let's schedule a second live stream. And
I can do
basically,
it March 5 at the same
March
time.
the fifth will be what's that? The fifth will be Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Thursday's fine. See, this only took us like 30 minutes to do, right? Or did it take longer than 30 minutes?
28. It's
28 minutes. You're so precise. Okay. So that's fine. Because all we want to do have a good idea so we don't have a lot of dead space. Oh, also, the way that we did it last time, we had that screen that actually went sort of dark. Maybe that's the way to do it. We got to figure out if for whatever reason how to transition from one event to the next, right?
yeah.
So it
I
doesn't
also
look
would like to maybe
too
go
help
before
us.
to the place to see where we can place the when we can do all the live stream. Maybe I don't know. I gotta see when we can do
Okay.
that.
Is it, yeah, no, we could do that. I could take you. It's the same location as before,
Yeah, Braveland,
but
Braveland.
we could go
Is it?
beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do this. We could go again. We could go. I could drive you. Angie could drive you. Your mother could drive you. Anything you want. You tell me what you want to do, and we just do that.
Yeah. Hopefully for I don't
Hey,
know.
by the way, before you finish, how many subscribers do I have now?
How many subscribers?
Yeah,
Let me see. You have 426 subscribers right now.
so we only need a few more to get to 500, right?
Just like 70, I think,
Yeah,
with 102,000 views.
102,000 views.
That's
Okay.
really good, Don Victor.
Yep. So, oh, Becky's calling. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Daddy. I just got a minute over here to give you a call.
Can you join the link that I just sent you?
Just join it?
Just join it. We're about to finish, but we'll give you an overview of what's going on.
All right, hold on.
Hey, Juan, when she comes on, you tell them more or less what we're doing, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully, she'll be able to see that. And then we ask for her opinion as to what she wants to do. She will get the introduction and basically the end of the event and anything she wants in between.
Okay.
Yo, I could see you. So Juan's gonna give you an overview of what's going on. I could see you, but I don't see you on the live feed.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put some stuff.
You saluted me. Can you see me though? Okay.
Okay. Wait. I had. Just give me 1 second and that's it.
Take your time. There we go. 3 pictures. Oh, 2 are the same. Are you home, Paquita? Angie, are you home? Angie, can you hear me? I don't think she could hear me.
But I don't think it's us. I think it might be here. Wait, can she hear us?
I don't think she could hear us. Can you hear us? Yeah, I cannot hear her talking either.
Yeah, I cannot hear anything.
She's saying thumbs up. You could hear me. Can you say something to see if we could hear you?
No, we cannot hear her. But it might be here. Hermana, vuelva a entrar otra vez. Salga si vuelva a entrar tal vez. No, we
¿Quiere
cannot
que yo
hear you.
salga?
No. Angie. No stay.
Call back again. Call back again. Hang up and call back. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 4 seconds. There you go. I heard not something. Nada. Just make noises.
Okay, but if she can hear us, maybe we can just explain her what idea do we have.
Yes. So just listen, and he's going to explain to you what's going on. So go ahead, Juan.
Okay, so hermana, the idea is to show this video for like an introduction before we start. This one right here. Okay, it might be taking a little longer. This one right here. Then the idea is that you're gonna open the event. You're gonna show the companies that are there. Maybe we can do maybe like a half of it, and then we start showing these videos in a loop. After that, we can just show the other half of them and do like the ending. I don't know if that's okay. And I think that's the only thing we could go on, but I think that's a good idea, right, Don Victor?
Yeah, and like we did last time, you went to different businesses and you talked to them and asking questions, stuff like that. I mean,
And at
and then
the
we
end,
try
it
to
could
do
be
show her the profiles. So we do the profiles.
which
You know,
which one are you talking about?
go to playlist and then profile.
Oh, the playlist?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one right here. Yeah, these videos.
You with a cat on the face.
And this one.
And then you wrap it up, you say your normal thing, like thank you for coming, blah, 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 kind of stuff. What do you think so far?
Oh, and also to say to subscribe to the channel.
Right. So hopefully we get a couple of clips like that to, people making like little mini clips about the event and about themselves, basically, and about subscribing. Now, to wrap it up, could you show how many subscribers we have right now?
Oh yeah, sure. It is now 427 subscribers. One more.
You heard that number, Angie? 427. we might be at 500 by the time we get to the event.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, it's only a couple of weeks from now, so.
Yeah, we have a
This is pretty happy.
Yeah,
okay.
So I think that's the idea. Yeah, I think that's it. Right?
Okay, sounds great.
Okay. No, we cannot hear you. But it's you. I mean, there's a
total number of subscribers as of today is 1,675. We went beyond the 1,000 subscriber mark. So thank you for the team for supporting that and making it happen. Thank you to all of our subscribers.
I think you can message from that app on the bottom corner.
Okay, I'll call you on the phone. I'll call you. He said, wait. What do you mean, wait?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What were you doing? The last one.
You just like 50 people.
You did some magic. I did. I promoted two of the videos. Two videos I promoted through YouTube. So that got me like a whole bunch of what? So what do you? As you could tell, we're still having difficulty with some of the tools that we are using, like the audio and things of that nature. So those are things that we're going to resolve in the near term, but somebody else will be able to fix that in no time.
Well, just remember AS and ES. AS and ES. Access. And you ASES. That's not what you pronounce it. AS and ES. You're alive, woman. I'm gonna have to now go back and delete that portion. Only you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Also, is the live stream gonna be just in YouTube or any other platforms?
As you can see, let us know if you have ideas as to better tools that we can use for the live streaming. I know I'm using a couple of platforms, but I
Okay.
need one who could get
But the
multiple
live
people
stream
at
that
the
we're gonna
same
do that
time.
day is not
So
gonna be in all of
Is it
those,
the
right?
same thing?
give us your idea in the comments. Thank you.
So, but is the live stream of that event gonna be in all those platforms? Okay, so TikTok is gonna be hard. TikTok. It depends which TikTok. Yeah, in TikTok,
That's
yeah,
hard to do.
yeah, that's easier to do. If you want, we can do it on Instagram and Facebook. Okay.
Instagram and Facebook at the same time we're doing YouTube.
Yes, sir. That's what I do all the time.
Okay. And if we get any viewers, where will the viewers go to YouTube or to the different platforms?
Um. So that will be the main one. So we can make the other live streams to go directly to the YouTube channel.
Okay, because if you're gonna publish, if the because I do have an account on those as well, so I don't know. I just want to I only worry about YouTube, but I don't know. You gotta show me. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's just do it. Right now, I'm just running one channel, which is YouTube. But if we need to put all the Ramos Writer account, then I could give you the information about them as well. But
Okay.
don't matter. Let's figure it out. Let's keep going.
Okay.
By what? For that event?
Wait. So is it?
Yeah, that's on the 12th, though, right? On the 12th.
Is it the 12? Is it the 12 at 6, right?
Why don't you send me the same information you sent to me, Angie? The message you sent to me, I think I sent it to you already, Juan, didn't I? No, give me a second. Juan Pablo, did I not send you all the information about the event already?
Oh yeah, sir. I was just checking. Yeah, but I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Okay. Okay. Okay, but let's try to
Okay.
avoid this time of like the gambling that YouTube said it was.
No gambling.
Yeah, because that last time that bring a lot of trouble.
But we do have to have an incentive for people to subscribe, though. We got to figure out how to do that.
Not in the live.
So we just have to talk about it, because we can always. Yeah, we gotta work on those words, but that's okay. All right, sounds good. Anything else, guys? Because we've been on here for 45 minutes already. You like what we're doing?
I think that's it.
Okay, do it. Sounds good.
Bye.
Sounds good. Hey, do we need a rehearsal? Or are we good enough with what we got so far?
I think we're good enough with what we have.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
So okay, just tell me if you need anything.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later, Don Victor.
Hey, call me on the phone. I want to talk to you about something else.
Okay.
They saw Drifter, but they missed the hero. When Sergeant Hayes entered this luxury boutique, the manager sneered and ordered him out. He'd sacrificed everything for his country.
You're about to see more videos, especially a couple of shorts. They did very well in YouTube without any promotion and stuff like that. And so it gives you an idea how we are progressing on the video. Some of the most recent one were published, and we are testing many different ideas. So if you see anything that we could do to improve, that would be greatly appreciated if you give us your comment. Thank you.
Only to be judged by his worn-out overall. But as he turned to go, he dropped his rucksack, revealing a lifetime of hard-earned wealth. Silence hit the room. He proved that character always outranks clothes. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
Charlie feared a year in the desert had made him a ghost to those he left behind. He returns, heart heavy with the fear of being forgotten. Opening the gate, his dog, Jocks, just stands there frozen. The silence is deafening. Is the bond broken? Then, Jocks catches the scent. Day. In a burst of fur and whimpers, the world makes sense again. Charlie is finally home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Has a pet ever saved your soul?
This video shows a recruit failing a uniform inspection and shocking his drill sergeant, a retired Navy SEAL stopping an armed robber, disabled veterans losing retirement pay due to a benefits offset, a struggling veteran forced to choose between food or gas, a community surprising a Marine with a $60,000 home makeover, a soldier protecting a woman from an escaped chimpanzee, the message that warriors remain warriors after service, and a lost veteran finding purpose by rescuing a stray dog.
Ever wonder why drill
This introduction to the next series of video is my second attempt at creating an avatar. My wife says it looks a little bit like me, but my daughter says it does not. So I'd like to improve that in the future.
sergeants lose their minds? This right here is the reason. We've all seen that new recruit energy, but showing up to formation with your gear on backward is a whole new level of boot. It's that instant panic when you realize your plates are on the wrong side. We call that a tactical wardrobe malfunction. What's the most embarrassing uniform mistake you saw? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Did you stay to the end? What is the answer to 25 minus 5? Drop your best boot stories or comments below. Retired SEAL Henry thought the war was behind him, but some battles follow you home. He was just looking for peace, feeling like a ghost of the warrior he once was. Suddenly, a hooded shadow grabs the cashier. For a heartbeat, Henry hesitates. Does he still have it in him? Then the training takes over. He realizes a protector never truly retires. With skillful precision, he disarms the threat before the robber can even blink. The warrior is back. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What would you do if you were in his shoes? Imagine losing a limb in combat, only to be taxed for your sacrifice. Currently, 50,000 wounded veterans are forced to surrender their earned retirement pay just to receive disability benefits. It's an unjust offset that punishes our heroes for their injuries. We fighting to pass the Major Richard Starr Act and end this wounded veteran tax forever. Should a combat injury cost a hero their pension? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans and join the mission.
I served 12 years.
The previous video has some cats and some red hair or blue hair individual in an attempt to catch attention and kind of shift the focus of the video. I hope that was not too distracting. We're trying to figure out how to keep people listening and staying with the video clip until the end. So if you have comments about that, please share it with us.
Tonight I have $20. Food. Or gas. Too many veterans face this. Support veteran food relief. Veterans shouldn't have to choose. Subscribe to learn how you can help.
After decades of sacrifice, Master Sergeant John Bachman expected to return to a broken, empty house. He asked his brother-in-arms to watch the property, but the community had other plans. While he served abroad, they secretly poured $60,000 in months of sweat into a total renovation. When John stepped inside, the battle-hardened Marine finally broke down. "I don't deserve this," he whispered. He realized he wasn't just a soldier, he was home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. If you could surprise a veteran, what would you give them?
We, veterans, trade the battlefield for the backyard, thinking we're finally safe. But when a split-second mistake turns a casual day into a nightmare, the old instincts don't just wake up, they take command. In that chaos, he realized his duty wasn't a uniform he took off. It was the core of who he is. His actions saved the day. While others froze, he acted. He made loud noises. His dog barked loudly and chased the bear away. Everyone was safe. Was there a moment your training saved the day? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Most vets spend years waiting for a signal that's never coming. After I hung up the uniform, I felt like a stray in a world I didn't recognize. Then I realized life doesn't assign you a territory, you claim it. Stop howling for the past and start broadcasting the frequency of a predator. You are the alpha of your own future. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What is your hunt today? They say some soldiers never truly come home. For months, I felt like a
Preceding video is a little different than the one that we normally do. I just thought that I want to change the tempo and be able to provide additional visual information so that, it doesn't become stale. The information becomes, with the information, you listen to the information, hopefully that will be the message that we want to convey in the story that we are telling.
ghost in my own city, invisible and aimless. Then I saw him, a shivering stray dog, being kicked away from a storefront. I almost kept walking. My own soul felt too broken to carry anyone else's weight. But looking into those terrified eyes, I saw my own reflection, forgotten, but not finished. I didn't just save a stray that day. I found my new mission. We aren't abandoned. We're just waiting for a brother to lead the way. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Have you ever been saved by the animal you rescued? Did you stay to the end? What is the answer to 23 minus 5?
For years, the uniform was your skin. Then, one quiet morning, it's just fabric in a closet. In the noise of civilian life, you feel like an instrument, sharpened for battle, but with no one left to fight. The silence of no orders is deafening. No mission, no structure, no one telling you where to go next. And when you can't just tough it out alone, you start believing the lie that your worth ended the day your service did. But listen. True strength isn't being unbreakable. It's the courage to bend and ask for backup. Your mission didn't end, it just changed. You are the architect of what comes next. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Question: what is one lesson from your service that still guides you today? Share below.
They said the mission was over the day I hung up my boots. But back in the civilian world, the silence was deafening. I tried to build something, a business. But when it all came crashing down, I was lost. I pointed fingers. I blamed the system. I blamed everyone but myself. The truth is, I was waiting for help, for someone to give me a new mission. Then it hit me. The world doesn't hand you a mission. It responds to the vision you command. I stopped waiting for instructions and started writing my own. I became the commander of my own destiny. We're on a new mission now to support our fellow veterans. Every subscription helps us feed those who served. So I'll ask you, what's the one objective you refuse to lose? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
18 months of
the preceding video, you saw more video clips. Sometimes I only use still images to tell the story to avoid any distraction, but I think sometimes the images and the video combined provide the best medium for telling the story. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Empty pillows and static-filled calls, Sarah's quiet strength masked a heart worn thin by distance. Invited to a tribute for her resilience, she expected an award, not a miracle. But as the host spoke, the air shifted, and the void of 547 days finally closed. The door swung open, and a year and a half of longing dissolved into one breathless hug. Love had finally come home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Could you wait 18 months for the love of your life?
Imagine losing a limb in combat, only to be taxed for your sacrifice. Currently, 50,000 wounded veterans are forced to surrender their earned retirement pay just to receive disability benefits. It's an unjust offset that punishes our heroes for their injuries. We re-fighting to pass the Major Richard Starr Act and end this wounded veteran tax forever. Should a combat injury cost a hero their pension? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans and join the mission.
Twos of the world, he was just a man in camo. To this toddler, he was a giant. SGT. Frank felt invisible. He carried the heavy weight of his service like a shadow, questioning if his sacrifices even mattered anymore. Then, a tiny hand snapped to a brow. A toddler, barely standing, stopped mid-stride and offered a shaky, innocent salute. In that moment, Frank's armor cracked. Realized his burden wasn't for the history books. It was for this child's future. He wasn't just a soldier. He was a guardian. He finally found his peace. Did you stay to the end? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. You know that unbelievably powerful, heart-swelling, joyous sensation. The feeling when your spouse is finally minutes away from coming home from a 9-month deployment. Suddenly, turn into a speed-cleaning, ninja-scrubbing baseboard, or hiding random junk, stuffing it right inside the oven, and stress vacuuming the ceiling. But the second that front, that really important main one, that big old thing, door opens. Boom. Lounging on the couch like, oh hey, I've just been relaxing all day. Or, what is the craziest thing you've done to prep for a homecoming? Let me know in the comments.
Sam, a veteran, aged 25 years old, felt like a casualty, buried under a stack of rejected resumes. He was a master of the battlefield, but a victim of civilian life. Then it clicked. The mission didn't end.
Flipped, and different to the previous one, I'm pretty familiar with most of us that were deployed. Getting home was a happy occasion. Leaving the military and finding a job was a crazy and a scary situation. So hopefully you could identify with the clip, with the story.
It just moved inside his own mind. He stopped seeking permission and started commanding his life by starting his own cybersecurity business. Subscribes to help us feed our veterans. Did you stay to the end? What's one mission you refuse to quit?
Jin, I've seen some questionable DIY projects, but this one really takes the cake. Here we have two brave army veterans, armed with what looks like a single can of bug spray and a ladder that has seen better days, taking on a wasp's nest. What could possibly go wrong, right? Well, just about everything. One clumsy move later and it's a full-on blizzard of insecticide. It's a beautiful, chaotic dance of pure panic. They're slipping, they're sliding, and the wasps haven't even joined the party yet. I think we can all learn a valuable lesson here. Next time you find an angry ball of stinging insects attached to your house, maybe just call a professional, or, at the very least, don't stand directly underneath the chaos you're about to unleash. This is just gold. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
In the service, my life was a clock. Every second had a purpose, but back home, it was a wreck. I was a U.S. Army vet, wearing a blue shirt and khaki pants. Suddenly without a mission, just drifting through the deafening silence of civilian life. It felt like I was floating, waiting for orders, for some kind of direction. Then it hit me, those orders were never going to come. I had to become my own commander, so I started small. I forced consistency. One bed made perfectly, 1 mile run, every single day. No excuses, it wasn't about transforming overnight. It was about proving to myself that I was still in control. Because when you master those small reps, the big picture starts to fall into place. You rebuild yourself, one small win at a time. Subscribe to our channel to help us support and feed our veterans. And tell me in the comments, what's the one small win you'll commit to today? The hardest battle isn't the war, it's the silence that follows your final salute. When the uniform comes off, the mission vanishes, leaving a heavy void where identity used to be. The most dangerous mission is the one where you have to lead yourself back from the edge. We trade a tribe for a cubicle, and we suddenly becomes me. It's a shock to the system, but your service didn't end your worth, it forged your foundation. You aren't finished, you're just reloading for a new purpose. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
Well, I wanted to give you my impression of that. And this is only the reason why I created this channel. You know, we all work, we have a family and all that. But we want to be and do something that is greater than ourselves. And our brothers in arms, our brothers in the past and the future, some of them need additional help, not all of us. Some of us need additional help. And I'm hoping that you will join us in trying to feed the veterans. You will see video clips where we have done that successfully for the last few years. And we're trying a new approach, which is using YouTube as a platform for feeding our veterans. So please join us.
And honor their resilience. What is one thing that gives you a reason to get up and grind today? Let us know in the comments. Ever wonder why drill sergeants lose their minds? This right here is the reason. We've all seen that new recruit energy, but showing up to formation with your gear on backward is a whole new level of boot. It's that instant panic when you realize your plates are on the wrong side. We call that a tactical wardrobe malfunction. What's the most embarrassing uniform mistake you saw? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Did you stay to the end? What is the answer to 25 minus 5? Drop your best boot stories or comments below.
Imagine being 92 years old, a decorated war veteran, and having to sell the very medals you earned serving your country. That was the heartbreaking reality for a hero who needed money for his living expenses. He put his medals up for auction, a painful decision for anyone who has sacrificed so much. But when his story came to light, something incredible happened. His fellow veterans, brothers and sisters in arms, couldn't stand by and watch. They rallied together, pooling their resources to buy back every single medal. They didn't just stop there. They personally returned them to him in an emotional ceremony. This powerful act of camaraderie shows that
this is another tragedy that as we get older, our ability to earn money decreases. And sometimes we do fairly well when we are young and middle age, but as we get older, we have less support. So we're hoping that this project that we're working on will help those people that need help the most.
the bond forged in service never truly breaks. It's a beautiful reminder that we are strongest when we support each other. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Did you stay to the end? What is the answer to 2 + 2?
Do you feel like the military community left you behind because you didn't hit 20 years? I felt like a stranger to my own benefits, priced out of travel, and missing that sense of security. I thought pristine military fam camps were a retirees-only club, while the cost of civilian parks crushed my dream of the open road. Then I found the truth. The 2019 NDAA changed everything. If your VA card says Service Connected, that gate is open for you. You earned this. Reclaim your community and your freedom today. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans. Question: which military base are you planning to visit first?
Jeds.
By the way, this is a great opportunity. A lot of my friends are buying campers and RV vehicles to visit those places. So take an opportunity to do that. If you can, you should enjoy it. It should be a very enjoyable vacation if you can, and it's part of your benefit. So if you have it, use it.
Jasmine Jones will return home as Olympic medalist from the 2026 Winter Olympics in Cortina, Italy, pushing weight of expectation. In the freeze, she realized her military grit was her greatest weapon. She didn't just survive. Jasmine returned home to Greensburg, transformed a warrior and a medalist. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
There is a video about the Olympics out there to kind of show that we are a microcosm of society. Some of us are doing very well. Some of us are not doing so well. So I don't want to just keep talking about all the problems that we face as veterans, but I wanted to show you that we are part of society and that we do well in some fields, while in others we need some help. So join us.
Which military hero inspires you most?
They call it the ultimate sacrifice. But for Specialist Miller, the real battle didn't start until she finally came home. One moment she's on the front lines, sharing a smile and a flag with the very people she swore to protect. The next, she's back on home soil, realizing that the world she left behind is no longer the one she returned to. The uniform eventually comes off, but the memories, those never fade. Every veteran carries a story we rarely see. Subscribe now to help us provide meals for our veterans. And tell us, what's 45 minus 12? Let's see who's paying attention.
They say some soldiers never truly come home. For months, I felt like a ghost in my own city, invisible and aimless. Then I saw him, a shivering stray dog, being kicked away from a storefront. I almost kept walking. My own soul felt too broken to carry anyone else's weight. But looking into those terrified eyes, I saw my own reflection, forgotten, but not finished. I didn't just save a stray that day. I found my new mission. We aren't abandoned. We're just waiting for a brother to lead the way. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Have you ever been saved by the animal you rescued? Did you stay to the end? What is the answer to 23 minus 5? The war ended, but the silence at home became my new front line. I was a combat medic, vital and sure. Now I felt like an obsolete ghost. One morning, a car crashed right outside my window. My hands reached for a medical kit that wasn't there anymore. I froze. I was terrified. I realized I'd been hiding behind my uniform, believing that without the rank, I had no value left to offer. But then it clicked. The gear is gone, but the healer remains. My purpose isn't issued by the military. It's carried in my heart. I stepped out and took charge. I didn't need the stripes to save a life. I just needed to show up. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What was your heart?
Show up, to be there for others is part of the things that we are known for. It's part of the things that we are asking you to be part of the team, part of the mission, to join us and help us accomplish our mission. I hope you saw that in that previous story, how we have value not only to ourselves, but also to society.
Hardest transition after service.
After decades of sacrifice, Master Sergeant John Bachman expected to return to a broken, empty house. He asked his brother-in-arms to watch the property, but the community had other plans. While he served abroad, they secretly poured $60,000 in months of sweat into a total renovation. When John stepped inside, the battle-hardened Marine finally broke down. "I don't deserve this," he whispered. He realized he wasn't just a soldier, he was home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. If you could surprise a veteran, what would you give them?
You spend years training for a battlefield, but you never expect the war to find you on a quiet afternoon at the zoo. For Sergeant Miller, wearing the U.S. Army camouflage uniform wasn't just about duty. It was a shield he wore to hide a growing sense of displacement. Since returning home, he felt like a ghost in a civilian world, wondering if his specialized skills even mattered anymore in a place where the biggest threat was usually a long line at the coffee shop. That illusion of safety shattered with a single guttural roar and a piercing scream. Near the primate enclosure, a routine visit turned into a nightmare. A massive chimpanzee, a mountain of muscle and raw instinct, had reached through the heavy iron bars. With terrifying speed, it snagged the clothing of a young woman in a blue shirt and green pants. In an instant, she wasn't a visitor anymore. She was prey being hauled into the shadows of the cage. Miller didn't think. He reacted. The civilian fog vanished, replaced by the cold, hard clarity of combat focus. He lunged forward, wrapping his arms around the woman's waist, digging his boots into the concrete. It was a literal tug-of-war against nature's most elite powerhouse. The chimpanzee's strength was staggering. Every time Miller pulled, the beast pulled harder, its eyes locked in a primal challenge. Internally, Miller felt that old fear. What if I'm not strong enough to protect anyone? As the woman gasped in terror, Miller realized this wasn't just about muscle. It was about the resolve he'd forged in the dirt of distant lands. With the chimpanzee refusing to let go, Miller reached for a canister of deterrent. He waited for the tactical moment and deployed a focused mist directly at the primate's face. The chimpanzee flinched. The fabric strained. Then finally, the woman was wrenched free from the primate's grasp. Miller pulled her back, shielding her body with his own, the adrenaline finally beginning to ebb. He looked down at his camouflage sleeves. For the first time in months, he didn't feel like a ghost. He felt like a soldier. Nature is powerful, but the human spirit, especially one trained to serve, is relentless. If you believe our veterans deserve our support long after the uniform comes off, hit that subscribe button to help us feed our veterans in need.
James sat frozen in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to rejoin the world. His discharge papers felt like a dead end. Civilian life seemed like a minefield he wasn't equipped to clear. Then he touched his old dog.
I think for some of us, sometimes life is a minefield. And that story about the zoo was kind of great. I usually take my kids to the zoo once a year. And hopefully I never had an experience like that. So I hope you guys, when you visit the zoo, don't think about my story. It's kind of scary.
Bags and a memory hit him like lightning, downrange. They never waited for perfect weather to move out. They moved because the mission depended on it. The struggle was real, but the epiphany was sharper. A soldier doesn't need ideal conditions. He needs an objective. He needs a mission. In that moment, James stopped waiting for the perfect career or the perfect opportunity. He just took the first step outside. He started right where he was, with exactly what he had, because that's what soldiers do. They adapt and overcome. If this story resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe.
I think you always heard that term while we were training in the military, or serving in the military. I tell you, it's precisely what we need sometimes here in the civilian sector, trying to adapt and overcome the daily minefields that we experience at work and in life.
For more.
I felt like a ghost in my own city, invisible and aimless. Then I saw him, a shivering stray dog, being kicked away from a storefront. I almost kept walking, but looking into those terrified eyes, I saw my own reflection, forgotten, but not finished. I didn't just save a stray that day, I found my new mission. We aren't abandoned. We, veterans, trade the battlefield for the backyard, thinking we're finally safe. But when a split-second mistake turns a casual day into a nightmare, the old instincts don't just wake up, they take command. In that chaos, he realized his duty wasn't a uniform he took off. It was the core of who he is. His actions saved the day. While others froze, he acted. He made loud noises. His dog barked loudly and chased the bear away. Everyone was safe. Was there a moment your training saved the day? Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
Meet Leo, a pampered.
You never run into a bear. There's always picture in the cameras with black bear visit our areas, but I tell you, I'll be scared. Those things are very strong and very dangerous. Hopefully, you guys stay safe.
house cat who thinks he's the king of the jungle. Today, he's climbing for the ultimate prize, but a deadly shadow is already waiting. A bird's nest is perched high in a slender, leafless tree. Inside the nest, 5 baby birds have their mouths wide open, chirping and waiting for food. A long, black snake is also coiled inside the nest, looming over the chicks. Leo, a tabby-and white cat, is seen climbing the tree trunk. Its eyes fixed on the nest, it reaches the level of the nest and stretches out a paw to investigate or grab a bird. Just as he reaches the nest, a serpent strikes. Suddenly, the hunter becomes the prey. Just as the cat gets close, the snake strikes with lightning speed, biting the cat on its face. Startled and in pain, the cat immediately recoils, losing its grip for a moment before frantically clinging to the tree trunk as it slides or jumps back down. Leo realizes that some battles aren't worth the cost. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Would your cat be brave enough to face this serpent?
Retired SEAL Henry thought the war was behind him, but some battles follow you home. He was just looking for peace, feeling like a ghost of the warrior he once was. Suddenly, a hooded shadow grabs the cashier. For a heartbeat, Henry hesitates. Does he still have it in him? Then the training takes over. He realizes a protector never truly retires. With skillful precision, he disarms the threat before the robber can even blink. The warrior is back. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What would you do if you were in his shoes? Most vets spend years waiting for a signal that's never coming. After I hung up the uniform, I felt like a stray in a world I didn't recognize. Then I realized life doesn't assign you a territory, you claim it. Stop howling for the past and start broadcasting the frequency of a predator. You are the alpha of your own future. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What is your hunt today? Oliver, dressed in an old
The video might be repeating themselves. And that's because they are part of multiple lists. And sometimes they come up more than once. So hopefully you'll bear with us if you've seen it before. Just wait for the next video. These are the short clips. They only last around 25 seconds at the most.
U.S. Army camouflage uniform, survived the front lines only to feel invisible on the streets he once protected. When a group of young gang members mocked his service and called him garbage, Oliver nearly lost all hope. But then, a stranger saw his old U.S. Army camouflage uniform and recognized a hero. Through the power of community, Oliver traded the cold pavement for the keys to a new home. His journey from forgotten to found proves no soldier is ever left behind. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. How can we better support our heroes today? Hurry up, old-timer. That's what the clerk sneered as James fumbled with his dollar bills at the counter. James's shoulders slumped. He lowered his head, feeling invisible, like a ghost from a forgotten time in a world that had moved on without him. But as he tried to gather his things, the line behind him didn't budge. 4 young Marines stepped forward. Their uniforms crisp, their movements sharp. They snapped to a salute, their eyes fixed on James. This man, their leader, boomed. His voice filling the store is a Silver Star hero. James slowly straightened up, his back becoming a little straighter, his head held a little higher. In that moment, surrounded by respect, his dignity was finally restored. Our heroes shouldn't be forgotten. Subscribe to our channel and help us support and feed our veterans. What's the best way you think we can honor a hero? Let us know in the comments.
If you're grateful for freedom, then feed a hero this holiday. Small meal, big thanks. Give back where it matters. Join us in supporting veterans with holiday meals and community care. Donate volunteer.
Video is somewhat, it's the core of what we do. We actually, despite all of the different stories that we tell, our goal is to be able to, at one point, collect donation, but at this point is use the power of YouTube to fund the meals that we give to the vets. So hopefully you listen to this clip and you are able to join us.
Here, host a dinner. Every plate is a thank you they can taste. Together we can make this season warm, full, and unforgettable for the people who serve. Visit our link to learn how to help and turn thanks into real action today.
There's truly nothing more powerful than the moment a soldier comes home. Get ready for a wave of happy tears.
The tap out is the ultimate reward after months of grit. Watch this Marine celebrate his brother's graduation before a tearful family embrace. Some bring the energy. This proud sister's got the moves before she finally brings her Marine home. Even the smallest hands make the biggest impact. After weeks apart, this little hero finally reaches his sister. From long-awaited hugs with Mom to reunions that feel like a dream, that sprint across the parade deck says it all. The title is earned, but the love is forever. Welcome to the fleet, Marines.
Imagine surviving World War II and living to 112. This is Richard Overton, the oldest U.S. Army veteran on 2080. From Iwo Jima to Okinawa, he served in an all-black Army unit with honor. His secret, 12 daily cigars, a splash of whiskey, and still driving his classic Ford truck well past 100. Richard was a true American legend. Subscribe now to help us support and feed our veterans. Some
12 cigars in the previous video. I cannot even have one single cigarette. I don't know how he did it. It's amazing. He lived to 100 and somewhat, whatever.
bonds are just unbreakable. After a long time away serving, this soldier quietly comes home, hoping for a peaceful reunion. But someone with supersonic hearing has other plans. The moment he steps inside, it's pure, unfiltered joy. A hero's welcome from his truest friend. The quietest moments often hold the loudest emotions. After months apart, a simple turn of a key is all that separates them. One waits, unaware. The other, counting every second. The reunion is pure, unscripted joy, a bond that time and distance could never break.
Deployment ends, but brotherhood is forever. This soldier returned home to find his brother, a veteran, living on the streets. But he wasn't about to let him struggle alone. While his brother slept, Soldier filled his collection cup with hundreds of dollars and his own personal dog. Tags a symbol of the promise he made to return. When he finally woke up, the confusion was instant. But the moment he saw the name on those tags, the realization hit him like a freight train. His hero was finally from the battlefield to the city subway. This soldier made sure no man was left behind. Subscribe to help our veterans.
When a cold inspector tried to kick a veteran and his service dog out of her cafe, Grace stood her ground. Her boss fired her instantly. But then, the ground began to shake. Four military Humvees rolled in. A colonel stepped out, offering Grace a new mission, leading a national center for heroes. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
What would you do if you finally stood face to face with the man who kept you alive 50 years ago? These two Vietnam veterans hadn't spoken since the smoke cleared on the battlefield. Half a century of life, family, and silence passed until a miracle brought them back together. That hug isn't just a greeting. It's a soul-deep bond forged in fire. Today, they aren't just survivors. They're brothers finally home. Subscribe now to help us honor and feed our brave veterans.
Thank you for watching and supporting our veterans.
John, a veteran, spent a lifetime serving us, but in his final days, cancer became his toughest enemy. As he faced the end, he had one simple, heartfelt wish: to hear his favorite band, Alabama, singing live one last time. His son, refusing to let this dream fade, decided to make it happen. He reached out online, sharing his father's story, and the world answered with overwhelming support. In an incredible turn of events, they went from a quiet hospital room to the front row at a concert in Las Vegas. As the music washed over him, the pain seemed to melt away, replaced by pure peace and joy. In that moment, he wasn't a patient. He was a hero, his final wish fulfilled. What band's music truly speaks to your soul? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to our channel to help us support more veterans. Thanks for watching.
In that clip, you can see how we as a community can help each other, can help our dreams come true. That was a very touching story about helping an individual that really was needing something to basically promote his health status. Then his next video, again, is back to the Olympics to show you when we are young, we are capable of doing amazing things. As we get older, those abilities are no longer there. Enjoy the video.
What if your daily commute involved jumping off the side of a mountain? As the 2026 Winter Olympics head to Italy, Army Sergeant Ben Loomis is trading his combat boots for skis. This three-time Olympian and motor transport operator proves that military grit and elite athleticism are one and the same. He's leading the Army's charge for gold on the world stage. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Between ski jumping and cross-country skiing, which do you think is the ultimate test of endurance?
Meet Scout, a stray who wasn't looking for a meal, he was on a mission. He spent his days guarding Sergeant Ben, a veteran the world had forgotten, living in the shadows of an alley. When Ben's health failed, Scout did the unthinkable, snatching a hot meal from a busy street vendor. A furious crowd chased him through the streets, labeling him a common thief. But when the chef reached their crumbling shack, his anger vanished. He didn't see a criminal. He saw a loyal soldier keeping his brother-in-arms alive. In that moment, a thief became a hero. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans and support those who serve. If you were that chef,
my point here is, if a dog could do it, we should be able to do it. We should be able to form a troop, should be able to form a squad, should be able to form a company of individuals willing to help others join us.
would you have shared your kitchen too?
Reimagine, hurtling down an ice track at 90 miles per hour, representing the red, white, and blue. Meet Senior Airman Jasmine Jones. This Air Force material specialist just secured her spot in the 2026 Winter Olympics. A former track star and mother, Jones is now a bobsled gold medalist destined for Italy. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Does military discipline make for better athletes? Let us know below.
Elias lived in the shadow of a folded flag, paralyzed by the memory of a father he couldn't save from the silent war of PTSD. One afternoon, a squad of young soldiers walked into his local cafe. The sight triggered a wave of grief, but as he looked at his young son, Elias realized he couldn't let his pain become a barrier. He chose to turn his loss into a legacy, quietly paying for every soldier's meal. He wasn't just buying lunch, he was reclaiming his strength. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Have you ever surprised a hero with a meal? 69-year-old Elias sat on the subway, tears soaking his faded army fatigues. In his weathered hands was a tiny orange kitten. "I haven't held anything this small in 33 years, he whispered. He found the kitten, named Faith, behind the Child Protective Services building where his daughter was taken from him decades ago. Homeless and forgot, Elias felt his old wounds reopen. But as the kitten purred, he realized he wasn't just a ghost of the past, he was a protector again. Strangers gathered, offering help to the man who thought he had nothing left. Sometimes the life you save saves you back. Subscribe to help us help our veterans. What would you name a kitten that gave you hope?
Fellow Army and Air Force stars arrived at Italy, with Secretary Hegseth cheering them on. Keep an eye on Staff Sergeant Deidre Irwin, the highest-placing American biathlete in history. From the Vermont Guard to hunting gold, she's proving military precision wins medals. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Reds, which Olympic sport do you think is the ultimate test for a soldier?
Silence after the front door closes for a 6-month deployment. How do you keep the family magic alive when thousands of miles separate you? We call it the Marine Tap Out. It's more than a goodbye. It's a sacred tradition of passing the torch of strength.
This is an important concept that most people, unless you've been in a situation, don't think about it. We as soldiers leave our families, basically, and we're gone to do our jobs, and we kind of kept very busy by the mission. But the wife and the kids at home, they had to survive for months at a time without any real support unless the family happened to be near them. So think about it. There's another dimension of the things that we have to overcome, things that we have to adapt. Thank you.
Strength to those holding down the home front. These invisible threads turn grueling distance into unbreakable resilience. It's how we stay whole until the welcome home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What's the one tradition that kept your family together during the long wait?
Imagine this, gleaming Olympic medals on a mantelpiece, one for track, another for boxing. This is the legacy Azaria Hill was born in Tua, family of Summer Games legends. Growing up, she followed that path, sprinting her way through college, fast and determined. But Azaria's destiny wasn't on the track, it was on the ice. Shu made a bold leap from the familiar warmth of the running track to the chilling high-speed world of bobsledding. Now, as a soldier in the Army's world-class athlete program, her training is relentless, her focus unbreakable. Every push, every turn on the icy chute is a step towards a new dream. With her eyes set firmly on the 2026 Winter Games, she's not just chasing a medal, she is forging her own unique legacy, proving that greatness can be found where you least expect it. She's carving her own path, from a summer legacy to winter glory. Free holiday. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to help us.
By the way, we already know the Olympics is over. But if you go to the comment section of each of the video, you get an update as to how they perform. So some of them won medals, some of them placed pretty high. So if you want to update how our soldiers and airmen did during the Olympics, go to the video and read the comments.
Feed our veterans.
I used to walk away when life got heavy. I was a civilian with no direction, drifting through the easy path. Then, those yellow footprints demanded a man I hadn't met yet. Boot camp broke my ego to find my soul. In the Corps, I forged a grit I thought was for the battlefield. But the true epiphany? It happened when I held my daughter for the first time. I realized my service wasn't just for my country, it was to become the rock she deserves. We don't just leave medals behind. We pass down a legacy of resilience. Subscribe to join our mission to help us feed our veterans. Question: what is the one value you want to pass down to the next generation? Let us know in the comments.
Forget standard. Training D's. U.S. troops are taking the fight to the ice. Meet Air Force Staff Sergeant Kelly Curtis, the top-ranked American in skeleton. She's hurtling headfirst down frozen tracks at lethal speeds while serving her country at Aviano Air Base. Representing the Army and Air Force's dominance, Curtis is making history again for the 2026 Milan Games. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans. Which Olympic sport takes the most guts to try?
Imagine an elite infantryman leading Team USA onto the world's biggest stage. Army Sergeant Frank Del Duca isn't just a powerhouse bobsled pilot. He's been named the official U.S. flag bearer for the 2026 Winter Olympics. This world-class athlete trades his combat boots for blades, proving that Army discipline is the ultimate secret weapon on the ice. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Now, which Olympic sport do you think takes the most guts?
It bears repeating again. If you want to see how our soldiers and airmen did during the Olympics, go find a video and read the comments, and you'll get a pretty good update as to how highly we place, how many medals we actually earned during the Olympic Games. I'd like to tell you that I really appreciate those of you that are joining the broadcast tonight. It's important that we actually get some feedback from you all. It will help us, again, improve the services that we provide. But most importantly, it is important that you subscribe. Continue watching.
Soldiers shoot, defend. This soldier shoots for Olympic gold. The 2026 Winter Games are kicking off in Italy, and our Army and Air Force elite are taking over the world stage. Leading the charge is Specialist Sean Doherty, a four-time Olympian and Vermont National Guardsman who masterfully blends cross-country skiing with pinpoint marksmanship. Which Olympic event is your favorite to watch? Tell us in the comments and subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
Imagine this, gleaming Olympic medals on a mantelpiece, one for track, another for boxing. This is the legacy Azaria Hill was born into a family of Summer Games legends. Growing up, she followed that path, sprinting her way through college, fast and determined. But Azaria's destiny wasn't on the track, it was on the ice. Shu made a bold leap from the familiar warmth of the running track to the chilling high-speed world of bobsledding. Now, as a soldier in the Army's world-class athlete program, her training is relentless, her focus unbreakable. Every push, every turn on the icy chute is a step towards a new dream. With her eyes set firmly on the 2026 Winter Games, she's not just chasing a medal, she is forging her own unique legacy, proving that greatness can be found where you least expect it. She's carving her own path, from a summer legacy to winter glory. Free holiday. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
What if the Army's newest secret weapon isn't found on a battlefield but on the ice? For the 2026 Winter Games, elite soldiers and airmen are trading tactical gear for Olympic gold, with Secretary Pete Hegseth personally cheering them on. Leading the charge is Private Spencer Howe, Yasumoto transport operator who overcame a career-ending injury to become the first ever figure skater in WCAP history. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans. But tell us, which Olympic sport do you think takes the most military discipline?
Fellow Army and Air Force stars arrived at Italy, with Secretary Hegseth cheering them on. Keep an eye on Staff Sergeant Deidre Irwin, the highest-placing American biathlete in history. From the Vermont Guard to hunting gold, she's proving military precision wins medals. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Red, which Olympic sport do you think is the ultimate test for a soldier? Reimagine hurtling down an ice track at 90 miles per hour, representing the red, white, and blue. Meet senior airman Jasmine Jones. This Air Force material specialist just secured her spot in the 2026 Winter Olympics. A former track star and mother, Jones is now a bobsled gold medalist destined for Italy. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Does military discipline make for better athletes? Let us know below.
What if your daily commute involved jumping off the side of a mountain? As the 2026 Winter Olympics head to Italy, Army Sergeant Ben Loomis is trading his combat boots for skis. This three-time Olympian and motor transport operator proves that military grit and elite athleticism are one and the same. He's leading the Army's charge for gold on the world stage. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Between ski jumping and cross-country skiing, which do you think is the ultimate test of endurance?
Most soldiers shoot to defend. This soldier shoots for Olympic gold. The 2026 Winter Games are kicking off in Italy, and our Army and Air Force elite are taking over the world stage. Leading the charge is Specialist Sean Doherty, a four-time Olympian and Vermont National Guardsman who masterfully blends cross-country skiing with pinpoint marksmanship. Which Olympic event is your favorite to watch? Tell us in the comments and subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
I hope some of you watched the Olympic and I really enjoyed it. I know that I did. I saw some of our soldiers compete and it was really a lot of fun. Some of them won medals. Some of them did very well. They placed very high on the standing. Look at the comments on each of the videos that we posted, and you should be able to get an update. If you have questions about how they did, send me a comment and I will give you an update. Thank you.
People ask how I handled the transition to civilian life. Easy. I just brought the field magic with me. But real support isn't a trick. Hit subscribe right now to help us reach our goal of feeding veterans in need. Every sub helps. Now, what's one military habit you still can't break? Tell me in the comments.
Forget standard. Training D's. U.S. troops are taking the fight to the ice. Meet Air Force Staff Sergeant Kelly Curtis, the top-ranked American in skeleton. She's hurtling headfirst down frozen tracks at lethal speeds while serving her country at Aviano Air Base. Representing the Army and Air Force's dominance, Curtis is making history again for the 2026 Milan Games. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans. Which Olympic sport takes the most guts to try?
Whenever the big game is on TV, I've only got one thing on my mind. A hot, loaded slice of my favorite pizza.
I'm the golden fluffy dough. I'm layered with tangy tomato sauce and a thick gooey mountain of shredded mozzarella cheese.
And don't forget me. I'm the zesty pepperoni, bringing that savory spice and a perfect kick to every single bite. We're the Crunch! Crisp yellow onions and a rainbow of red, green, and yellow bell peppers for that fresh garden pop.
Ready to grab a slice? Subscribe and comment right now.
This here's a video about cartoon, so to speak, but the message is the same. It's just basically being told from using a different medium. Hopefully the information becomes relevant and stay important to you. Thank you.
If you're a total pizza fan. When I was deployed, I dreamed of eating hamburger.
Hi, I'm
am a toasted sesame bun. I am lightly toasted bread base topped with nutty, earthy, and slightly bitter seeds.
Hi, we are pickles, onions, lettuce, and tomatoes. Pickles go with adding meat. Onions build things. Lettuce and tomatoes are cool and refreshing.
Hi, I am ground beef. I taste rich, deeply savory, and intensely juicy.
Hi, I am melted cheese, acting as a creamy, savory, and salty binding agent that enhances the beef's flavor.
Subscribe if you want to eat a burger.
When I was stationed overseas, I dreamed about a loaded hot dog. Subscribe right now if you're a hot...
Hi, I'm a toasted brioche bun. I'm pillowy soft, golden brown, and lightly glazed for that perfect buttery finish.
I'm's the Albiri Frank. I'm's naturally smoked over hickory, perfectly seasoned. And I've got that savory snap in every...
And I'm crisp diced onions.
We're the kick. I'm zesty yellow mustard.
And don't forget me. I'm sweet pickle relish. I'm the cool emerald green topping that makes every mouthful a classic.
Would you subscribe for a hot dog now? Subscribe right now if you're a hot dog fan.
Marines...
My wife says that I love food. So I made this series of clips, if you will, some of the favorite food that I eat when I'm watching the game. So hopefully you like them. If you have ideas about other types of food that you want me to make a video on, please let me know. That's important. It cannot be work all the time. Sometimes you have to watch the game. Continue watching.
Love chicken wings. After a long day on the trail, I could only dream of one thing, a mountain of crispy chicken wings.
Hi, we're Jumbo Chicken Wings. We're deep fried until we're perfectly golden, staying juicy on the inside with a crunch you can hear.
I'm the secret dry rub. Packed with smoky paprika, garlic, and a pinch of cayenne, I bring the flavor that makes these wings legendary.
And I'm the Buffalo Glaze. I'm tangy buttery and I bring the heat. I coat every wing in a spicy finger-licking glow.
Don't forget me. I'm Creamy Ranch. Cool, herby, and the perfect partner to tame that fiery spice. Subscribe to get your delicious chicken wings now! When I was training on the beach, I dreamed of the perfect street taco! Nothing beats that authentic flavor!
I'm a golden corn tortilla! Lightly fried for a little crunch, I'm the strong base for this flavor party!
We're the Fresh Squad. Diced white onions, cilantro, and crisp radishes bring the zing and the crunch.
I'm's the star. Juicy carne asada, marinated in lime and simmered in smoky chili, cumin, and garlic with that bold, savory punch.
Top it off with spicy salsa and creamy guac for the ultimate flavor bomb. Simply irresistible.
Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Now tell us, what's your must-have taco topping?
Whenever the big game is on TV, I've only got one thing on my mind. A hot, loaded slice of my favorite pizza.
I'm the golden fluffy dough. I'm layered with tangy tomato sauce and a thick gooey mountain of shredded mozzarella cheese.
And don't forget me. I'm the zesty pepperoni, bringing that savory spice and a perfect kick to every single bite. We're the crunch! Crisp yellow onions and a rainbow of red, green, and yellow bell peppers for that fresh garden pop.
Ready to grab a slice? Subscribe and comment right now if you're a total pizza fan.
Nothing compares to the raw emotion of a hero finally reuniting with their loyal companion. For many veterans, these pets are more than just friends, they're lifesavers, providing comfort and healing long after the uniform comes off. It's a bond built on pure, unconditional love that words simply can't describe. Subscribe today to help us support and feed our veterans. Our question for you: has a pet ever helped you through a difficult season in life? Share your story in the comments below.
When I was training on the beach,
I like to say is that some of the clips about pets, like either dog or a cat, are very important. They have become emotional support animals, if you will, for our soldiers. And even if you don't need it to the same level of support that you need, like our soldiers do. I know my wife loves her pet. I'm quite sure you do as well. Give us your comment.
I dreamed of the perfect street taco. Nothing beats that authentic flavor.
I'm a golden corn tortilla. Lightly fried for a little crunch, I'm the strong base for this flavor party.
We're the Fresh Squad. Diced white onions, cilantro, and crisp radishes bring the zing and the crunch.
I'm the star. Juicy carne asada, marinated in lime and simmered in smoky chili, cumin, and garlic with that bold, savory punch.
Top it off with spicy salsa and creamy guac for the ultimate flavor bomb. Simply irresistible.
Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Now tell us, what's your must-have taco topping?
In the 2021 fall of Kabul, a Marine famously lifted an infant over razor wire. But the world didn't know the truth. That baby was 16-day-old Leah. Her father was a translator inside who hadn't even met her yet. He handed his child to a stranger to save her life. Minutes later, he held his daughter for the first time. They are now safe in the U.S. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. What would you have done in his shoes?
The mission doesn't end when you hang up the uniform. It just changes. Now, our mission is to ensure no brother or sister goes hungry. Real support isn't a magic trick. It's showing up for each other. Join the new mission. Hit subscribe to help us feed veterans in need.
Again, that this video goes to the core of what we do and what we trying to accomplish. Use the subscription and the views that we get from this channel to be able to get funds through YouTube and use those funds to feed our veterans. So those of you that have joined, thank you for your support.
Every morning, U.S. Marine Gunnery Sergeant Cooper came into my shop. He was a U.S. Marine who helped evacuate orphans during the chaotic fall of Saigon. When the shop owner, told Cooper, "I am finally visiting Vietnam," Cooper shared the weight of his memories from Operation Babylift. That is when I revealed the truth and said I was one of those babies on the final flights out. Cooper froze, his eyes filling with tears. "I always wondered if you made it," he whispered. "Now, I can finally sleep in peace." In that moment, I wasn't just a stranger anymore. I was home. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Have you ever had a life-changing encounter with a hero?
Warrior's Reflection. Captain Katia bore the cost of freedom on her face. Permanent scars from an IED blast that nearly took her life in Afghanistan. Seeking a quiet dinner at an elite restaurant, she was met with disgust by a manager who tried to hide her from important guests. Katia refused to move, stating firmly, "My scars are my medals of honor. I won't hide them." Her defiance went viral, launching a national movement that empowers wounded warriors to wear their history with pride. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans. Would you have stood up for Katia? Let us know below.
Show up. I was waiting for my flight when I noticed a soldier tucked in a corner, tears streaming down his face as he stared at his phone. He was thousands of miles away, but through a video call, he was right there in the delivery room, witnessing his baby girl's first breath. He couldn't reach out to touch her, but his eyes never once left that screen. When that first tiny cry echoed through the terminal, the entire gate fell silent. Total strangers found themselves wiping away tears right alongside him. It's a heart-wrenching reminder of the moments our
This is something that is new, obviously. All of us have telephones and we can see video of our family pretty much at any time. I'm a little older, so when I was deployed, all I had was a telephone that I can only get access to maybe once a week. So being connected is good. Sometimes it's also bad. So enjoy what you can.
Heroes sacrifice to protect ours. They always find a way to show up, no matter the distance. Subscribe to help us feed our veterans.
No hero left behind.
A local shop owner called the police to remove an old homeless man in an old camouflage uniform from their laundromat. But when Deputy Johnson arrived, he didn't see a vagrant. He saw a brother. Spotting that weathered Vietnam veteran cap, Johnson didn't stand over him with authority. Instead, he sat right there on the floor to hear his story. 88-year-old Peter wasn't looking for trouble. He was just an old soldier seeking a moment of warmth from the biting cold. Instead of an arrest, Johnson spent hours securing offering Peter a warm bed at a veteran's shelter. They left that building together, not as officer and suspect, but as two soldiers, proving that no veteran should ever be left behind. This is the kind of respect our heroes have earned. If you believe we should look after our own, hit that subscribe button to help us in our mission to feed and support our veterans. Now, we want to hear from you. What is one thing your community can do to better support our aging heroes? Let us know in the comments below.
Space Force and the next frontier.
From the Cold War to today, space has always mattered to U.S. security. Military rockets and engineers supported NASA's early missions, including the moon landing in
while we're talking about space and a veterans video, you know, obviously, all of us that are veterans, obviously we're in the military, and the space is our next frontier. And there are veterans, there are military personnel involved in space. So therefore, I'm sort of capturing not only the past, but also the future of the source of our status, so to speak. So enjoy it, and let me make a comment. Hopefully I'm not too far off the center on this video, but you should be able to see the connection between veteran, military, and space exploration.
1969. Today, the U.S. Space Force operates satellites that power GPS, global communications, missile warning, and space tracking systems, essential to daily life and national defense. As humans return to the moon and plan missions to Mars, the Space Force's role is clear. Protect space infrastructure, enable deep space communications, and help keep the next frontier secure. Subscribe to help us feed our vets.
Marines love chicken wings. After a long day on the trail, I could only dream of one thing: a mountain of crispy chicken wings.
Hi, we're Jumbo Chicken Wings. We're deep fried until we're perfectly golden, staying juicy on the inside with a crunch you can hear.
I'm the secret dry rub. Packed with smoky paprika, garlic, and a pinch of cayenne, I bring the flavor that makes these wings legendary.
And I'm the Buffalo Glaze. I'm tangy buttery and I bring the heat. I coat every wing in a spicy finger-licking glow.
Don't forget me. I'm Creamy Ranch. Cool, herby, and the perfect partner to tame that fiery spice. Subscribe to get your delicious chicken wings now!
Deployment ends, but brotherhood is forever. This soldier returned home to find his brother, a veteran, living on the streets. But he wasn't about to let him struggle alone. While his brother slept, Soldier filled his collection cup with hundreds of dollars and his own personal dog. Tags a symbol of the promise he made to return. When he finally woke up, the confusion was instant. But the moment he saw the name on those tags, the realization hit him like a freight train. His hero was finally from the battlefield to the city subway. This soldier made sure no man was left behind. Subscribe to help our veterans.
While walking through this sunlit mall with his girlfriend Katia, he's hiding a life-changing secret. Look at that smile. He's nervous, but his objective is crystal clear. As they reach the restaurant, the moment finally arrives. Tony drops to one knee, catching Katia completely by surprise. Through tears of joy, she says yes, proving that some of the greatest victories happen right here at home. Subscribe if you want to see more moments like this.
This is a situation that you put together a video. You say this video is going to be great. It's going to break the internet. And it didn't perform as well as I thought it was going to during the initial launching. So I was surprised, but I think it's a cute video. It's good. It shows part of the daily life that our soldiers go through and will make us to be part of the human race. Continue watching.
Yes.
The hardest battles don't always happen.
And this video right here is sort of like my introduction video. Sometimes you say, well, play it first, but it doesn't really matter. People are joining the broadcast at different time and place. So this video pretty much captures what we do. Hope you enjoy it.
In uniform. This holiday season, I am on a mission to make sure veterans and their families don't go hungry one meal at a time. At Ramos Rita, we turn YouTube into practical philanthropy. Meals for veterans, free AI and cybersecurity master training, and storytelling that gives veterans a voice. Your subscription helps fund real meals for vets, kids, and families, especially when it matters most. We also train to improve veterans' future no experience. No problem. Free masterclass about AI, cybersecurity, and creative skills to close the gap. You don't need a uniform to serve. Subscribe, support, share. Every click moves the mission forward. Welcome to @RamosWriter, empowering veterans through service and storytelling. America thrives because of those who trade comfort for the uniform, choosing a life of purpose over a path of ease. They walk through fire to secure our future. Today, we carry that torch, honoring the massive legacy of the heroes who won World War II. Through the combined strength of every military branch, our freedom was won. We salute you. May America forever remain the land of the free and the home of the brave.
When the mission ends, the silence can be deafening. But purpose doesn't disappear, it waits to be claimed. Find your new mission. Subscribe and
We're hoping that the new mission will be joining us to support our veterans. I know some of you are looking for something to do besides just going to work every day or spending free time doing nothing. If you want to do something for you fellow veterans, join us by subscribing. It's really easy. It doesn't cost you any money. Just join us and enjoy our videos.
help us continue serving veterans who need it most. Find a new mission. A life without a mission feels empty. A life with one can carry you through anything. The choice is yours. Jobs can be replaced, rank can be left behind. But the loss of a mission can shake a person to their core. The biggest challenge for veterans isn't finding a job. It's dealing with the loss of purpose. In the service, the mission was everything. It gave you direction, motivation, and meaning. When that's gone, it leaves a huge void. Veterans who thrive don't just find a new gig. They consciously define a new mission. That purpose isn't gone forever, it just needs to be transformed. This new mission doesn't have to be as grand as defending a nation, but it has to mean something to them. It's about channeling that same drive into a new objective. For some, that new mission might look like an Army medic who, after battling her own PTSD, starts a nonprofit to provide counseling for fellow veterans, turning her struggle into a new form of service. For others, it might be a Marine veteran who uses his leadership skills to launch a cybersecurity company, creating jobs for other vets in the process. But the mission can also be found in family, in raising children with honor and integrity. It can be found in the community, by volunteering, coaching a local sports team, or mentoring a young person. The lesson for all of us is this: don't just drift through life. Define your mission. What is the most important objective in your life right now? Is it building a career you're proud of? Being a present and engaged parent? Mastering a new skill? Write it down, give it a name, frame it as a mission. As one Army veteran said, in the service, ... we had a purpose. We got up in the morning, we had a mission. That same principle applies right here, right now. A clear mission gives you a why that can pull you through any how. It's the anchor that keeps you steady when things get rough and the engine for a truly fulfilling life. If this message resonates, don't stop here. Subscribe to this channel and be part of a mission bigger than any one story. Every video helps us reach and feed veterans who need support. Your subscription isn't just a click, it's continued service.
Veterans are trained to be mentally flexible, to make smart decisions with incomplete information, and to get the job done even when things are going sideways, and is more likely to see it as just a change in the plan. This adaptability is a skill honed under immense pressure. Veterans learn that comfort is a luxury and being rigid is a weakness. The key to resilience isn't being unbreakable. This skill is a superpower in today's rapidly changing world, as just as true in the boardroom as it is on the battlefield.
There's a day that comes in every service member's life. It isn't marked by a parade or a battle. It's the day the uniform gets hung up for the last time. For years, that uniform was an identity, a purpose, a team, but what happens when the mission ends? For many veterans, coming home is the start of a new, invisible battle, the fight for a new identity. This is the story of how some of America's bravest have not only found their footing, but have gone on to build incredible lives. And the lessons they've learned that can inspire us all. They find a new mission, not just a job. They master the art of adaptation in a world that always changes. They lead by serving others, and they build a new squad, knowing that resilience is a team sport. Their journey teaches us that true strength is flexible, and that from the ashes of a former identity, a new and powerful purpose can be forged. Their mission has changed, but their ability to inspire, lead, and serve never ends.
The world doesn't need more bosses, it needs more servants. While most people are climbing the ladder to grab authority, veterans are looking back to see who they can pull up next. Here is why the service-first model is the only way to build a team that actually trusts you. When we think of military leadership, we often picture a drill sergeant yelling or a general barking orders. But the most profound leadership lesson veterans bring home is much more powerful. True leadership is service. In the military, a good leader eats last. They take the blame for the team's failures and give away the credit for its successes. It's a model built on serving your people and taking responsibility for them. It's about looking out for their welfare and staying calm under pressure so the team feels secure. This is why so many veterans gravitate towards service-oriented careers after they leave the military, becoming teachers, healthcare workers, first responders, or mentors. They aren't seeking power. They are seeking to serve. Army veteran Joanne Means put it this way: "It's so important to lead with empathy. I believe everyone deserves encouragement and the chance to thrive." This redefines leadership from a position of authority to an act of support. It's about empowering others to win. This is a lesson desperately needed everywhere today. You don't need a fancy title to be a leader. You can lead from any position by practicing service-based leadership. Take responsibility instead of pointing fingers. Mentor a junior colleague. Listen with genuine empathy. Protect your teammates. The most effective leaders aren't the ones with the most authority. They are the ones who have earned the most trust by consistently putting their team's needs before their own. Ready to lead through service? It takes one click. Every new subscriber helps us provide a meal for a veteran in need. You won't just be joining a community, you'll be feeding a hero. Subscribe now to help us serve those who served us, and let's redefine leadership together.
They stood
This service-based leadership, something that I practice. Not everybody does, especially of course civilian. They don't. Some of them are very good, by the way, but they don't have a model. They don't have an approach to leading people in crisis. So it's important that we understand that we are trained to lead. We're trained to follow when we have to, but we also were trained to lead, and we should adopt that leadership to help others. Continue watching.
on the front lines so we wouldn't have to. But for many veterans, the hardest battle begins after the uniform comes off. It's a battle for basic needs, a warm meal, a stable home, and a sense of purpose in a rapidly changing digital world. At the American Social and Engineering Society, known here as the Ramos Writer Channel, we don't just say thank you, we take action. This past holiday season, thanks to your donations, support, and the support of our local business partners and ambassadors, we delivered over 2,100 pounds of food to those.
This is the meat and potato, what we do during the holidays. We capture the meals, we buy the supplies, and we get into the veterans so that they could have a good holiday meal, a hot meal during the holiday for them and their families so they could feed their children as well. So join us.
Served, but a meal is just the beginning. We are bridging the gap between immediate relief and long-term resilience. Through this channel, we're turning views into meals and cybersecurity scholarships. By partnering with cybersecurity experts and mastering the art of storytelling through script writing, we are equipping our heroes with delicious meals and the tools to dominate the high-tech careers of tomorrow. Every view, Every comment and every single subscriber brings us one step closer to full monetization. And that means more meals on tables and more veterans in tech. You have the power to help a veteran just by hitting a button. Subscribe to Ramos Rider today. Let's serve those who served us.
When I was stationed overseas, I dreamed about a loaded hot dog. Subscribe right now if you're a hot dog.
Hi! I'm a toasted brioche bun. I'm pillowy soft, golden brown, and lightly glazed for that perfect buttery finish.
I'm's the Albiri Frank. I'm's naturally smoked over hickory, perfectly seasoned, and I've got that savory snap in every.
And I'm crisp diced onions.
We're the kick. I'm zesty yellow mustard.
And don't forget me. I'm sweet pickle relish. I'm the cool emerald green topping that makes every mouthful a classic.
Would you subscribe for a hot dog now?
Subscribe right now if you're a hot dog fan.
Imagine surviving World War II and living to 112. This is Richard Overton, the oldest U.S. Army veteran on 2080. From Iwo Jima to Okinawa, he served in an all-black Army unit with honor. His secret, 12 daily cigars, a splash of whiskey, and still driving his classic Ford truck well past 100. Richard was a true American legend. Subscribe now to help us support and feed our veterans.
When I was deployed, I dreamed of eating hamburger.
Hi, I am a toasted sesame bun. I am lightly toasted bread base topped with nutty.
All this talk about food's making me hungry. I know that these are the kind of foods that I eat, do it again, but just listening to the video, it's making me hungry.
Earthy and slightly bitter seeds.
Hi, we are pickles, onions, lettuce, and tomatoes. Pickles go with adding meat. Onions build things. Lettuce and tomatoes are cool and refreshing.
Hi, I am ground beef. I taste rich, deeply savory, and intensely juicy.
Hi, I am melted cheese, acting as a creamy, savory, and salty binding agent that enhances the beef's flavor.
Subscribe if you want to eat a burger.
Kept, giving the woman sitting beside her the Sadaya woman bundled up in a huge coat and a scarf. Looking incredibly suspicious, the tension was building fast. Finally flagged down a flight attendant, insisting this person was a thief. You could feel the heat rising as the flight attendant had to step in and try to mediate this mid-air confrontation. Senden gently but firmly asks the passenger in the scarf to cooperate and maybe remove her heavy outer layers, just to settle things down. That's when the whole plane gasped. The suspicious thief dramatically revealed herself. Not as a criminal, but as a sister, decked out in her full army uniform, home from deployment. The passenger's phone wasn't stolen. She had just been too distracted to realize who was sitting there all along. It wasn't a crime. It was the ultimate, incredible military surprise homecoming. If you love stories like this, hit that subscribe button.
Stop worrying about your next CNP exam. If you're 55 or older, the VA's 55-year-old rule is your new best friend. It practically ends routine reevaluations, treating your disabilities as stabilized because, let's face it, we don't heal faster as we age. Unless there's an exception like cancer, your rating stays locked in. Finally, the peace of mind you actually earned. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
America thrives because of those who trade comfort for the uniform, choosing a life of purpose over a path of ease. They walk through fire to secure our future. Today, we carry that torch, honoring the massive legacy of the heroes who won World War II. Through the combined strength of every military branch, our freedom was won. We salute you. May America forever remain the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The battlefield is rarely just a place on a map. For those who have worn the uniform, the war doesn't end when the discharge papers are signed. They say a soldier never truly leaves the battlefield. They simply carry it home, tucked away in the creases of their brow and the silence between their words. For Thomas Wilkins, a retired U.S. Marine who gave 25 years of his life to the service of this nation, the battlefield had changed. It was no longer about tactical maneuvers or hostile territories. It was about the quiet, agonizing struggle of keeping a roof over his head. It was about the mortgage, a $100,000 weight that threatened to pull him under. He was a protector who could no longer protect himself. He didn't know it yet, but the long watch was about to end. In the next 15 minutes, we are going to witness the moment a lifetime of sacrifice meets a mountain of gratitude. You understand the man in the wheelchair. You have to understand the man who once lived in the boots. Thomas Wilkins wasn't just a Marine by trade. He was forged in the fire of Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. This wasn't just a motto to him. It was the cellular structure of his soul. Think back to the humidity of the jungle patrols, the biting cold of the late Cold War, the calculated tension of the desert. For a quarter of a century, Thomas lived by a code that the civilian world often struggles to grasp. In the Marine Corps, you learn to eat last. You learn to work first. You learn that the man to your left and the man to your right are more important than your heartbeat. But 25 years of service leaves a roadmap on the body. It's the knees that crack after thousands of miles of rucking under a heavy pack. It's the back that aches from the weight of gear and the soul that tires from the weight of command. The true strength of a Marine is measured during the long watch. It's that period of life where the adrenaline is gone, and all that's left is endurance. For Thomas, the long watch began with a phone call, the kind of sound that echoes in a parent's ears for the rest of their lives. His daughter, the light of his life and the bridge to his future, was taken in a sudden, tragic accident. It was a loss that created a hole in the family's center. But true to his training, Thomas didn't fold. He did what Marines do. He held the line. But the universe wasn't finished testing his resolve. Only a year ago, the anchor of his existence, his beloved wife, passed away. Suddenly, the house that was once filled with the smell of home-cooked meals and the sound of laughter became a fortress of silence. Thomas never complained. In his mind, complaining was a luxury he couldn't afford. He would sit at his kitchen table late into the night, moving numbers around like chess pieces in a game he was destined to lose. He was facing the very real possibility of being evicted from the only place that still held the scent of his wife and the memories of his daughter. He kept the truth hidden. He didn't want to be a burden to the grandchildren he had worked so hard to elevate. What Thomas didn't realize was that Rachel was a Wilkins. She had inherited his eyes, the eyes that noticed every detail. She saw the way his hands shook when the mail arrived. She saw the envelopes he tucked under the newspaper. She saw the hero fading. While Thomas was sacrificing his comfort for her future, Rachel was on a secret mission. For 2 years, she lived a life of extreme frugality. She worked double shifts, climbed the corporate ladder, and saved every single cent. This brings us to his birthday. Thomas is in no mood for a party. To him, another year older just means a year closer to a debt he can't pay. He looks tired. He looks like a man prepared for the end of the road.
I don't need anything. I used to do this to my wife, putting a big box in a little box. There's no point in giving me this. We're going to get kicked out.
The letter is from Rachel. In it, she doesn't talk about money. She talks about the man. She tells him he is her hero, her rock, and her guiding force. She tells him that every success she has ever had was built on the foundation of his sacrifice.
I'm paying off the house, Grandpa.
Thomas freezes. The silence in the room is heavy with 25 years of service and 2 years of secret saving. In that single second, the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights evaporates. The mountain of debt is leveled. The hero who saved so many, who held the line against tragedy and time, finally allowed himself to be saved by the very legacy he created. He isn't going to an apartment. He isn't losing his memories. He is staying home. In the military, they live by a sacred rule: leave no man behind. We usually think of that on the battlefield under the smoke of combat. But for the Wilkins family, it was a rule for life. Thomas Wilkins taught his grandchildren how to be brave, how to be loyal, and how to protect what matters. And in the end, those were the very tools they used to give him the greatest gift a veteran can receive: peace. To all our veterans watching, your service is never truly over, and your legacy is written in the hearts of those you raised. Sometimes the world is faithful back. Semper Fi. Thomas, you've stood your watch. You're home to stay.
Veterans.
That story was very moving for me. You spend all your life trying to help your children, and at the end, you're all by yourself. They may not even call you, but it's important that you do the best you can. The long walk is our legacy. Hopefully, you and your children and your family are all together still. Continue watching.
Listen up. Are you tired of the VA denying the claims you know you deserve? If you're chasing that 100% rating, you cannot afford to guess. You must master the 3 pillars of service connection. 1. An in-service event or injury. 2. A current medical diagnosis. And 3. The medical nexus linking them together. Miss just one of these, and your claim is dead on arrival. Stop losing and start winning. Subscribe to stay informed.
The Tap Out. Reward after months of grit. Watch a Marine celebrate his brother's graduation in a tearful family embrace. Proud sister dances to bring Marine home. A boy's tap sparks joyful tears. From hugs with mom to sprint across parade deck. Title earned, love forever. Welcome to the fleet, Marines.
Vets, a massive pay bump is finally hitting the floor. Congress just introduced H.R. 224, a total game changer for our most disabled heroes. This bill aims to provide an extra monthly payment to veterans requiring regular aid and attendance. It's the extra support you've earned for your service. We are tracking this live. Subscribe right now and help us feed our veterans.
What would you do if you finally stood face to face with the man who kept you alive 50 years ago? These 2 Vietnam veterans hadn't spoken since the smoke cleared on the battlefield. Half a century of life, family, and silence passed, until a miracle brought them back together. That hug isn't just a greeting, it's a soul-deep bond forged in fire. Today, they aren't just survivors, they're brothers finally home. Subscribe now to help us honor and feed our brave veterans.
Some bonds are just unbreakable. After a long time away serving, this soldier quietly comes home, hoping for a peaceful reunion. But someone with supersonic hearing has other plans. The moment he steps inside, it's pure, unfiltered joy. A hero's welcome from his truest friend. The quietest moments often hold the loudest emotions. After months apart, a simple turn of a key is all that separates them. One waits, unaware. The other, counting every second. The reunion is pure, unscripted joy, a bond that time and distance could never break. They think Dad is still overseas. Another normal afternoon, homework on the table. Shoes by the door. Then one quiet knock changes everything. Confusion turns to shock. Shock turns into tears. And suddenly, they're running into the arms they've missed every single day. The setup, a normal day, or so they think. It starts like any other day after school. Mom keeps things moving. The kids talk about when Dad might come home someday. Meanwhile, he's already close heart pounding. Uniform pressed, surprise carefully planned. The moment that changes everything, the door opens. Time freezes. Then pure joy explodes. How would your kids react if this happened to them? When a cold inspector tried to kick a veteran and his service dog out of her cafe, Grace stood her ground. Her boss fired her instantly. But then, the ground began to shake. 4 military Humvees rolled in. A colonel stepped out, offering Grace a new mission, leading a national center for heroes. Subscribe now to help us feed our veterans.
The Tap Out is the ultimate reward after months of grit. Watch this Marine celebrate his brother's graduation before a tearful family embrace. some bring the energy. This proud sister's got the moves before she finally
those of you that continue to support our live stream, I'd like to thank you for that. I know it's important to all of us to be able to get through the stage. I know some of you it's pretty late, so unless you happen to be in the West Coast, so thank you for joining and enjoy the video.
brings her Marine home. Even the smallest hands make the biggest impact. After weeks apart, this little hero finally reaches his sister. From long-awaited hugs with Mom to reunions that feel like a dream, that sprint across the parade deck says it all. The title is earned, but the love is forever. Welcome to the fleet, Marines.
This retired U.S. Marine, in an old camouflage uniform, spent 25 years defending our home. Today, he finds out his family is defending his. Since losing his wife, the mortgage felt like a mountain he couldn't climb. He thinks these Russian doll eggs are just a birthday prank. But inside the smallest one is a letter from his granddaughter, Priscilla. She's been saving every penny of her promotion for 2 years. Watch the moment he notices the $100,000. Check. The long watch is finally over. Sergeant, you're home to stay. Semper Fi.
I served 12 years. Tonight I have $20. Food. Or gas. Too many veterans face this. Support veteran food relief. Veterans shouldn't have to choose. Subscribe to learn how you can help.
What happens when you combine AI cybersecurity with feeding hungry veterans?
This is Rebecca Murray, and I am the co-owner of Dare Gift Boxes. We are a client gifting company. We use VentureX as one of our locations. And the second.
By the way, having food for veterans is a real need. You might think that doesn't happen in America, but it does. People that are veterans, even soldiers that are newly inducted into the armed services and have young families, we have the need for the services where the food are provided to them as an additional resource. So please continue to support us.
Question is, yes, I definitely subscribe to the channel.
Welcome to VentureX, grand open, Cooler Plaza, Brambleton, VA.
What happens when you combine AI cybersecurity with feed? You get a revolution. Welcome to the grand opening of Ramos Ryder. We aren't just a brand, we are a movement, empowering veterans through service and storytelling. First, we feed. Your subscription directly funds free meals for veterans, their families, and their children, ensuring no hero goes hungry, especially during the holidays. Second, we build futures. We've partnered with NetSecTap to provide high-value AI-powered cybersecurity training to veterans at zero cost. We feed the body today and train the mind for tomorrow. Join Ramos Ryder. Let's rewrite the veteran story together.
Can you give us a quick interview and tell us about your business?
Our urgent mission, we're fighting to ensure no American veteran or their child goes hungry. 100% of donations support the American Social and Engineering Society, a 501c3 organization.
Hello, my name is Mazar Hassan. I own a retirement evaluation and financial management office in here. It's a great community, and it's great to have multi-central in here, but Vertisoft, and I think it's a great facility for your notary and other facilities. And do come by, and do come back to our office space here, which is an excellent space. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Take care.
Our creed, practical philanthropy. We merge service, meals, training with storytelling, writing, YouTube, scalable, free, life-changing. What we do. What if your daily content fix actually changed someone's life? At our core, we practice practical philanthropy. That means we merge real-world service with the power of storytelling. Here's how it works. First, we feed veterans. Every subscription you hit funds free meals for vets and their families, especially when they need it most during the holidays. Next, we train the future. We've partnered with NetSecTap to deliver high-level AI cybersecurity courses. No cost, no experience required, just high-value skills for the modern world. And finally, we mentor creators. From writing hacks to YouTube growth strategies, we give you the tools to share your story and monetize for good. Whether we're diving into sports analytics, AI case studies, or fiction, everything we do is scalable, free, and life. This is service. This is storytelling. This is what we do.
I don't need it. As long as you give the people a chance.
You got it.
That's what they're looking for.
Oh, there you go. Just subscribe. It helps. Everything helps. Hello, guys. So,
Trying to understand.
I'm Angie. I'm with the movie.
Okay.
I'm here, and I do notary work, translation, real estate, and celebration. Primary like fun jobs. And then we support American social engineering nonprofits. All you do is just hit subscribe and that's to help us out. It's a free cost. You're not gonna bother. It's just and then we enter you into the raffle. So drawing with you to win this wonderful little bubbly for lunch.
So what is
So American Social and Engineering is a nonprofit. We do events and other things to be able to have money to buy
okay, so active military?
Oh, active and usually they come through either one of the American countries or through hunger. We find out about the family.
Yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
Again, just all you have to do is click there.
Okay, but if I get emails?
No.
Just one thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna bother.
Okay. And I'm like, I don't want to subscribe to anything. I spend every day unsubscribing to things.
Oh, yeah. We're not that sophisticated, so we're not gonna bother. And all you need is like, and that's it. Every time you like, it helps us out. You gotta get like 500, right?
Right, yeah.
So we said, why not use that? Our goal is 500. We're almost to it. We're almost there. We're getting there. That's it. It's subscribing.
I do, and I'm actually here to put this down.
Dad, can I get the bag?
Yeah. So part of what I'm doing here today is one of my good friends and clients has an office here, but she's in Florida.
Ah, okay.
So
you're
she
helping
asked me. So I'm helping her. Yeah. So you have an office here.
Yeah.
I hear you right down there.
Yes, I am.
I saw you in the office, right?
Who was
And
there?
you have like flags and all sorts of stuff.
No, that's another guy.
So I saw you in the office.
Were you talking to him?
It might not have been in the same office. I'm saying when I walk by, I've seen you.
Yeah.
But I've also seen an office with like all decorated already.
Oh, that's American.
Oh, okay. So her office is all the way at the end of that.
Okay, so I'm in the middle. I'm all the way up, all the way down.
Okay. And so
I just need one in there.
Okay, so
What does she do?
So she's a financial advisor, but she's very niche. She focuses on income for life. So she helps you with retirement planning and figuring out what you need to survive monthly for the rest of your life, and then helping you get that. So even if you run out of money, it's still paying. Wow. And then also she has options for long-term care. Like, so what she does, she meets with you and figures out what your specific needs are. And she's like a broker where there's multiple companies that she can give you options, and some of them have long-term care options.
Talk to her, translate all her stuff.
Yeah, so here's the thing, is she's the most amazing woman. She's so sweet, and so I think I'm almost there. So I have another card that I use for drawings because it's an older card.
Yeah.
So I'd rather use the older card. And that's it's here. So anyways, she's a black woman, and so a lot of times I'm financial. And so she does events. She's doing an event for something that's called Health, Wealth, and Glamour, and she's working with the makeup business. And they're bringing in like a health part specialist, like a doctor or something, to talk about heart health and stuff. And it's the 7th. And so if you have information, I can get you the invite to you. But here is her card. And it's going to be here, and it's from...
I know Forward.
Yes. You know her? Okay. So she's...
briefly here when she
because she's here. She's amazing. Like, so she's in Florida for a training conference. Okay. And so she was like, can you just go to the thing? I was going to come anyways. And I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you about you.
Well,
she will be back till tomorrow.
Put her card in here anyway.
She is amazing. So what we'll do is I have you. I'm going to make sure I'm with you.
Please do. I will be happy.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. I have their cards. I grabbed her cards from our office. They must have been on the back side. Okay, I put you with the others. Okay. So I'll make sure you get the invitation. But it's from 12 to 2:30 on the Saturday.
I'll be here. I am friends with everybody and I love everybody, so you're here all day.
So I should remember your name because my middle name's Angela. So if I don't remember your name, we got some problems.
We got problems, yeah.
Well, I already know what the problem is. Yeah, and I have 2 L's in my name because my mom did not notice what I did tonight. So Michelle with 2 L's, Angela with 2 L's. And I never knew that it did have 2 L's until I was in high school and my best friend's English.
That is what you do.
What do you do?
It's YouTube.
Okay, it's YouTube? Okay. Oh. And now what do you would like to do? Okay. All right. So let us know when you're ready. All right. Hello, I'm Dennis Drake. This is my wife, Nicole Drake. We are from D2 Ventures, LLC. We own Tropical Smoothies. And here recently, we're building another Broken Egg Cafe right downstairs. It's a Southern Louisiana style brunch concept. Be opening in late March. And we came up and we are members here too. And so we look forward to joining this family and this community. Thank you for having us, Nicole.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you.
We are feeding the veterans. So we will ask for a subscription to our YouTube channel.
Okay. Yeah.
If you do, subscribe.
Okay. Yeah. You got your phone? Subscribe. You have an office? Yeah, I thought I saw it on the thing when we walked around. Okay. Very nice. Got notary, real estate, translation. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we can see that sign.
Got it? Tap on it. There you go.
Gotcha.
A business card.
She has an electronic business card.
Yeah, you have to scan my QR code.
Yeah, she has an electronic one.
It's easy. It's the same process.
If this is your first time at Ramos Writer, welcome to the community. By subscribing, you're getting access to veteran resources, creative growth tips, and the latest in tech, all while supporting a greater cause. If you're able to donate, your support directly helps us provide meals and training for our veterans. Let's keep building this together. Subscribe for veteran guides, creative hacks, and tech deep dives. If you want to make a real-world impact, your contributions help us feed and train heroes every day. Join
Good
the mission.
afternoon. My name is Mary Lanigan. I am with MJL Studios Photographic Portraiture. I have a studio just west of Leesburg, and I focus on business portraits. I do executive portraits, and I do a program called Women Strong and Beautiful, which has beautiful portraits. I have done Angela Espinosa's portraits, beautiful portraits for her business marketing, and headshots and branding, etc. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
We'll just come back. So, they have a YouTube channel. Okay. So, we'll be back. You guys are hanging around. Okay. So, what is the name of your channel?
Ramos Rider.
Okay, let me write it down. What is it? What is it?
R-A-M-O-S Rider.
Writer?
Yeah, like Rider. Just look back and say business
Okay, yeah, we'll probably. Is it live or?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh, live. Oh, live is a little difficult.
That's all if I want.
No, I just wanted to see your channel. Ready? Hey guys, welcome to Ramos Writer channel. This is Bhavani. We are with PR Financials, and this is Karthik with Future Shield Financials. In our business, we are trying to help individuals and families with a lot of their financial needs, all the way from estate planning, legacy planning, retirement planning, college savings for kids, etc., etc. So if there is anything that we can do to help you guys with any of these needs, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at, you can either call us at our phone number 270-320-2861 or 848-565-8558. We'll be more than happy to take care of you guys.
Yep.
Have a great day, guys.
Huge thank you to everyone who stepped up and took action today. By watching, subscribing, and donating, you're doing more than just supporting a channel. You're putting meals on tables and tools in the hands of our veterans. If you haven't yet, join the mission and hit subscribe. Let's keep changing the narrative. See you in the next one.
These two brothers had no idea their lunch break was about to become a moment they'd never forget. Walking through the school doors, this sister in uniform was on a secret mission. She stepped into the crowded cafeteria, her eyes searching every table for two familiar faces. She finally spots them. Heart racing, she quietly walks up behind her younger brother, completely unnoticed by the crowd. A simple tap on the shoulder. At first, he's just confused, but then the realization hits. Look at his face, that is pure shock and joy. Across the table, his brother freezes in total disbelief. With a gasp of surprise, he jumps up to reach her. After months apart, they're finally back in each other's arms. As they hold on to this emotional hug, the entire cafeteria erupts in cheers. Nothing beats a homecoming like this. If this warmed your heart, hit that subscribe button for more incredible moments. Find a new mission, A-Life.
Some stories are very important, especially now that some of our brethren are in harm's way. Eventually they will come home. We will bring them home. So family will be overjoyed with having their loved one back. Hope that was enjoyable.
If without a mission feels empty. A life with one can carry you through anything. The choice is yours. Jobs can be replaced, rank can be left behind. But the loss of a mission can shake a person to their core. The biggest challenge for veterans isn't finding a job. It's dealing with the loss of purpose. In the service, the mission was everything. It gave you direction, motivation, and meaning. When that's gone, it leaves a huge void. Veterans who thrive don't just find a new gig. They consciously define a new mission. That purpose isn't gone forever, it just needs to be transformed. This new mission doesn't have to be as grand as defending a nation, but it has to mean something to them. It's about channeling that same drive into a new objective. For some, that new mission might look like an Army medic who, after battling her own PTSD, starts a nonprofit to provide counseling for fellow veterans, turning her struggle into a new form of service. For others, it might be a Marine veteran who uses his leadership skills to launch a cybersecurity company, creating jobs for other vets in the process. But the mission can also be found in family, in raising children with honor and integrity. It can be found in the community, by volunteering, coaching a local sports team, or mentoring a young person. The lesson for all of us is this: don't just drift through life. Define your mission. What is the most important objective in your life right now? Is it building a career you're proud of? Being a present and engaged parent? Mastering a new skill? Write it down, give it a name, frame it as a mission. As one Army veteran said, in the service, we had a purpose. We got up in the morning, we had a mission. That same principle applies right here, right now. A clear mission gives you a why that can pull you through any how. It's the anchor that keeps you steady when things get rough and the engine for a truly fulfilling life. If this message resonates, don't stop here. Subscribe to this channel and be part of a mission bigger than any one story. Every video helps us reach and feed veterans who need support. Your subscription isn't just a click, it's continued service. The world doesn't need more bosses.
Yeah, to continue the support of our veterans, to continue the support of our people, to continue the support of our society are things that are important. So join us.
It needs more servants. While most people are climbing the ladder to grab authority, veterans are looking back to see who they can pull up next. Here is why the service-first model is the only way to build a team that actually trusts you. When we think of military leadership, we often picture a drill sergeant yelling or a general barking orders. But the most profound leadership lesson veterans bring home is much more powerful. True leadership is service. In the military, a good leader eats last. They take the blame for the team's failures and give away the credit for its successes. It's a model built on serving your people and taking responsibility for them. It's about looking out for their welfare and staying calm under pressure so the team feels secure. This is why so many veterans gravitate towards service-oriented careers after they leave the military, becoming teachers, healthcare workers, first responders, or mentors. They aren't seeking power. They are seeking to serve. Army veteran Joanne Means put it this way: it's so important to lead with empathy. I believe everyone deserves encouragement and the chance to thrive. This redefines leadership from a position of authority to an act of support. It's about empowering others to win. This is a lesson desperately needed everywhere today. You don't need a fancy title to be a leader. You can lead from any position by practicing service-based leadership. Take responsibility instead of pointing fingers. Mentor a junior colleague. Listen with genuine empathy. Protect your teammates. The most effective leaders aren't the ones with the most authority. They are the ones who have earned the most trust by consistently putting their team's needs before their own. Ready to lead through service? It takes one click. Every new subscriber helps us provide a meal for a veteran in need. You won't just be joining a community, you'll be feeding a hero. Subscribe now to help us serve those who served us, and let's redefine leadership together.
Miles away, in a city apartment that has felt way too quiet for a year, Emily Chen is a bundle of nervous energy. Her husband, specialist Kevin Chen, is on his way home from his first deployment. They were practically newlyweds when he left, their life together just getting started. this year apart has been a trial by fire, strengthening their bond through crackling phone lines and heartfelt letters. Emily walks through their small apartment, seeing it with new eyes. She remembers the day they hung the wedding photos that lined the hallway, laughing as they argued over which frame went where. For the last 12 months, those smiling faces have been a tough reminder of his absence. The apartment, once their cozy little haven, often felt like an echo chamber where every small sound just reminded her of the silence where his laughter should be. She thinks about the challenges, trying to navigate time zones that left only a tiny window to talk, the heart-stopping moments when a call would drop, and the constant low hum of anxiety that became her shadow. She learned to be fiercely independent, fixing a leaky faucet herself and celebrating small wins alone, all while carrying that heavy worry for his safety. Now, with his return just hours away, anticipation is finally pushing out the anxiety. The apartment is spotless. She stocked the fridge with his favorite beer and planned the fancy meal they were supposed to have for their first anniversary. She picks up the welcome home sign she spent hours making, its colorful letters shouting the words her heart has been screaming for months. This isn't just the end of a deployment. For Emily and Kevin, it's the real beginning of their life together. It's a second chance at their first year of marriage. As she gets ready to leave for the airport, she clutches the sign, her hands trembling just a little. She's not just waiting anymore. She's on her way to get her husband and her life back. Emily Chen stands in the crowd of families at the airport, her handmade sign clutched so tightly her knuckles are white. The air is thick with a kind of hope you can almost feel, a collective holding of breath. Then a cheer ripples through the crowd. The automatic doors slide open and the first soldiers in their camouflage uniforms walk through. Emily's heart is pounding, her eyes darting from face to face, searching for the one she's seen in her dreams for a year. And then she sees him, Specialist Kevin Chen. He looks tired, a little thinner, but it's him. His eyes are scanning the crowd with the same desperate energy as hers. Their eyes meet. For one frozen moment, the world just disappears. There is no crowd, no noise, just him. The sign drops from her hands. She starts moving, a slow walk that turns into a dead sprint. He drops his duffel bag and opens his arms, and she crashes right into him. In that collision, a year's worth of tension, loneliness, and fear just melts away. She buries her face in his chest, her shoulders shaking with sobs of pure relief. "You're home," she whispers into his uniform. "I'm home," he says, his voice thick with emotion as he holds her, his anchor in a world that has finally stopped spinning. "I'm home." Behind every uniform is a family. Stand with the ones who wait. Like and subscribe to more stories like this one.
When the mission ends, the silence can be deafening. But purpose doesn't disappear, it waits to be claimed. Find your new mission. Subscribe and help us continue serving veterans who need it most.
Veterans are trained to be mentally flexible, to make smart decisions with incomplete information, and to get the job done even when things are going sideways, and is more likely to see it as just a change in the plan. This adaptability is a skill honed under immense pressure. Veterans learn that comfort is a luxury and being rigid is a weakness. The key to resilience isn't being unbreakable. This skill is a superpower in today's rapidly changing world, as just as true in the boardroom as it is on the battlefield.
There's a day that comes in every service member's life. It isn't marked by a parade or a battle. It's the day the uniform gets hung up for the last time. For years, that uniform was an identity, a purpose, a team, but what happens when the mission ends? For many veterans, coming home is the start of a new, invisible battle, the fight for a new identity. This is the story of how some of America's bravest have not only found their footing, but have gone on to build incredible lives, and the lessons they've learned that can inspire us all. They find a new mission, not just a job. They master the art of adaptation in a world that always changes. They lead by serving others, and they build a new squad, knowing that resilience is a team sport. Their journey teaches us that true strength is flexible, and that from the ashes of a former identity, a new and powerful purpose can be forged. Their mission has changed, but their ability to inspire, lead, and serve never ends. There's a day that comes in every service member's life. It isn't marked by a parade or a battle. It's the day the uniform gets hung up for the last time. For years, that uniform was an identity, a purpose, a team, but what happens when the mission ends? For many veterans, coming home is the start of a new, invisible battle, the fight for a new identity. This is the story of how some of America's bravest have not only found their footing, but have gone on to build incredible lives, and the lessons they've learned that can inspire us all. They find a new mission, not just a job. They master the art of adaptation in a world that always changes. They lead by serving others, and they build a new squad, knowing that resilience is a team sport. Their journey teaches us that true strength is flexible, and that from the ashes of a former identity, a new and powerful purpose can be forged. Their mission has changed, but their ability to inspire, lead, and serve never ends.
Can we survive the storm? Mars wasn't silent, it was red. Ares 1 habitat survived on machines and hope. When a dust storm killed the power, Mara,
Again, it bear repeating that the reason why we're having some space exploration video is because members of the armed services will probably be some of the people shouldering some of the exploration. I know during the Lunar project, it was easier because it was mostly all military. Now it's a combination of civilian and military. So there's a transition going on. But for now, and in the near term, lots of the people in space will be former military member or active military members. So that's why you have the stories related to space exploration, specifically Mars. Join us.
U.S. newest astronaut stepped outside alone. 1 tether, 0 visibility. She fixed the relay by touch. That night, Earth glowed like a promise. Humanity didn't conquer Mars. We learned how to belong. Subscribe for more stories.
U.S. military encirclement of Venezuela. Why is the United States turning the entire Eastern Caribbean into a floating fortress right now? So what lit the fuse? 2 things Washington refuses to say out loud. Number 1. Russia and China are no longer playing visitors in Venezuela. Russian T-160 Blackjack bombers didn't just touch and go at Maiquetía. Components for a permanent signals intelligence station are already installed on La Orchila Island. Meanwhile, Chinese Navy survey ships have mapped every inch of seabed around Venezuela's new submarine base at Guidia. That's 800 miles from Miami. The Pentagon calls it unacceptable encroachment. Number 2, oil, but not the way you think. Venezuela is moving 500,000 barrels a day through dark fleet tankers that switch off their transponders and repaint names in the middle of the Atlantic. Every dollar buys more Russian S-400s, Iranian missiles, and food for the regime's Praetorian Guard. The White House decided the spigot closes this year. Peacefully if possible, forcefully if necessary. The U.S. captured and took Maduro prisoner. What will a Venezuelan military or drug lord do next? Also, how does Venezuela even survive this? They know they can't win a straight fight, so they won't fight straight. Their plan is simple and brutal. Make the political cost higher than the military gain. 2.8 million Bolivarian militia members issued AKs and RPGs, most of them in Caracas, Maracaibo, and Valencia. Thousands of Russian Kornet anti-tank missiles pre-positioned in apartment blocks along every coastal road. Hundreds of explosive speedboats hidden in fishing villages, ready to swarm any amphibious force at night. Cartels who control the cocaine corridors have already told Washington privately the day the first Marine lands, the U.S. street price of cocaine drops to $20 a gram for 6 months. instant domestic political crisis. And then there's Moscow's ace card. Commercial imagery from June shows at least 42 Russian IL-760s landing at La Carlota in 2 weeks. The crates coming off were labeled humanitarian aid. Analysts count the silhouettes of Geran-3 loitering munitions and containers the exact size of P-800 Onyx supersonic anti-ship missiles. One leaked U.S. Navy briefing slide sums it up in 4 words: high confidence of escalation. Every runway is active. Every destroyer is at battle station silent. Every bomber crew is sleeping in their flight suits. Every Marine Expeditionary Unit is at 72-hour notice to move. This isn't saber rattling. This isn't a training exercise. This is the quiet, methodical tightening of a noose that took 2 years to weave. The Caribbean has seen empires rise and fall before, but never with this much stealth, this much precision, and this many ways for everything to go catastrophically wrong. The clock is ticking, and right now, nobody in Washington or Caracas is blinking. Washington acted and took Maduro prisoner. What will the Venezuelan military or drug lord do next? Also, how does Venezuela even survive this? They stood on the front lines so we wouldn't have to. But for many veterans, the hardest battle begins after the uniform comes off. It's a battle for basic needs: a warm meal, a stable home, and a sense of purpose in a rapidly changing digital world. At the American Social and Engineering Society, known here as the Ramos Writer Channel, we don't just say thank you, we take action. This past holiday season, thanks to your donations, support, and the support of our local business partners and ambassadors, we delivered over 2,100 pounds of food to those who served. But a meal is just the beginning. We are bridging the gap between immediate relief and long-term resilience. Through this channel, we're turning views into meals and cybersecurity scholarships. By partnering with cybersecurity experts and mastering the art of storytelling through script writing, we are equipping our heroes with delicious meals and the tools to dominate the high-tech careers of tomorrow. Every view, every comment, and every single subscriber brings us one step closer to full monetization. And that means more meals on tables and more veterans in tech. You have the power to help a veteran just by hitting a button. Subscribe to Ramos Writer today. Let's serve those who served us. Ever fought for your country just to starve at home? The reality is that veterans deserve better than hunger. From defending the nation to avoiding hunger, subscribe now for veteran support and feed our vets. Veteran mental health struggles are up 40%. They defended our freedom. Now they're fighting for their lives. It's not a weakness, it's an injury. Subscribe to support our heroes.
The veterans' silent battles. It is a heartbreaking paradox. The very people who spent their lives defending our nation's security, our homes, and our way of life often return to find themselves fighting for their own piece of all three. Before we can find solutions, we have to understand the veterans' silent battle, the challenges. When a service member takes off that uniform for the last time, they step into a world that can feel incredibly isolating. Their mission is over, but the fight has just begun. First, there's the battle for mental wellness. A recent Defense Health Agency report noted a nearly 40% increase in mental health disorder diagnoses among active duty members in just 5 years. Conditions like post-traumatic stress, anxiety, and depression aren't signs of weakness, they're injuries sustained in the line of duty. And according to the 2024 National Veteran Suicide Prevention Annual Report, 60% of veterans who died from suicide had a prior mental health diagnosis. These aren't just statistics, they're a crisis unfolding in homes across the country,
often hidden behind a wall of stigma. Then there's the fight for a good job. The annual average unemployment rate for veterans was 3.0% in 2024, which is a testament to their skills. But that number doesn't tell the whole story. Many veterans struggle to translate the incredible skills they learned, leadership, discipline, advanced technical expertise, into words a civilian hiring manager can understand. They face the challenge of finding not just any job, but a career with purpose, something that gives them the sense of identity they had in the service. There's the battle for a home. On any given night, thousands of veterans have no safe, stable place to sleep. While we've made incredible progress and veteran homelessness dropped by 7.5% from 2023 to 2024, the problem hasn't gone away. A lack of affordable housing and the weight of mental health struggles are huge factors. The very people who defended our home are left fighting for one of their own. Finally, veterans fighting food insecurity is a challenge. Many of our veterans are grappling with hunger and food insecurity, a reality for many American families. These battles for mental health, for employment, for housing, for food insecurity are all connected. One struggle fuels another, creating a cycle that can feel impossible to break. But it's not unbreakable, and that's where we come in. Call to action. The battles our veterans face are silent, but our response cannot be. We have the power to bridge the gap between their service and their civilian success. Let's make it our mission to ensure that no veteran has to fight for a home, a meal, or a reason to keep going. Join us today, because they've already done their part. Now it's time for us to do ours.
Most soldiers return from war, but thousands never truly make it home. The reality is that we've seen a 7.5% drop in veteran homelessness this year, but the mission isn't over. After defending our nation's security, our heroes are losing the battle against rising costs of purchasing a home. It's a tragedy when those who secured our borders can't secure a front door. We owe them more than thanks. We owe them a roof. Don't let their service end in silence. Subscribe now to join our mission for veteran support and housing solutions.
As veterans, we understand the disconnect between military service and civilian hiring. We served our country, but can we serve a resume? Veterans, don't let your skills get lost in translation. Trade the front lines for the front end. A good job. You've earned it.
You want to save our veterans from pain, but sometimes love means stepping back. Watching them struggle isn't cruelty. It's trust. Trust in their strength. Trust in their growth. Because real family love doesn't rescue. It empowers. It waits. It believes. And in that space, our veterans rise. Stronger than before. The love that lasts. Subscribe to support our veterans.
Your emotions are lying to you. Subscribe to learn how to fix it. Most people react before they think, destroying relationships and opportunities in seconds. Emotional intelligence lets you pause, understand, then respond with intention. Join the fight. Help our veterans for more insights that actually work.
The contradiction. They say memory is a sense of smell or a taste. But out here, the sweetness of the season feels like a betrayal. It is a dissonance, a single point of warmth against a horizon that doesn't care. We construct home out of steam and shadows, trying to remember the glow of a window we can't touch. We are separated by an invisible glass, watching the world celebrate in the light, while we stand guard in the dust. The strangeness of a wartime holiday. The calendar says it's a holiday, but the landscape disagrees. It's a feast of dust and dry rations. We try to hold on to the delicate things, but our hands have grown too heavy, too rough for gingerbread. So we improvise. We build monuments to Christmas out of cardboard and copper wire. Or we sink beneath the waves, where the pressure is immense, and the only carols we hear are the hum of the engine and the breathing of the men beside us. Traditions and camaraderie. And yet, in the middle of nowhere, we find something better than tradition. We find the absurdity of joy. A gift isn't about the object, it's about the envelope held together by duct tape and sheer will. It's a stale cookie that tastes like five-star dining because it traveled 4,000 miles to find you. We sit in the crowd, sometimes lonely, sometimes loud. We break open what we have, a pomegranate, a ration, a joke, and we share it. Because out here, family isn't born, it's forged. Profound sacrifice and emotion. But when the laughter dies down, the silence is heavy. You look at the moon and realize it's the only thing you share with the people back home. Time feels fragmented. A photo reminds you of a life that feels like it belongs to a stranger. For some, the flame flickers and goes out. The new year remains unfinished. We carry the weight of that empty chair. We live a double exposure, physically present in the fight, but spiritually seated at a dinner table half a world away. True meaning and reflection. When you've seen the darkness, the artificial sparkle of the world looks different. It looks empty. You realize that peace isn't a concept. Peace is the sound of a sleeping child. It is the absence of fear. It is standing on solid ground that isn't shifting under your feet. We learn that the spirit isn't in the wrapping paper. It's drawn in the dust. It's the future we held in our hands so that others could hold their children. The greatest gift we ever received is simply the right to come home. Conclusion and call to action. The uniform comes off, but the memories walk the halls with us. We are everywhere, a constellation of quiet lights in your towns and cities. So this season, look closer. Offer the simple gift of presence, a cup of coffee, an open ear. Because the most powerful message you can send to those who served is that they are seen, they are thanked, and they are never, ever alone. Subscribe to support our veterans.
See, well, broadcast tonight. I'd like to thank you, all of you that joined us tonight. I'd like to thank those of you that subscribe. And I'd like to thank all of you that make comments. So for that, till next time, thank you.